So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, Won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. Storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control it. In my bones, I'm coming for it, coming for it.
When you click the countdown and you realise, oh no, you've got your drink in your hand. Anyway, hey all, welcome back to the creation. So, there was a lot last session that I can barely even remember. So yeah, essentially you have the group. God, I can barely remember now. It's been that long for me. My brain is just fried from all the D&D work that I've done today. But, yeah. I mean, I can jump over to the other guys, because everyone is here again, which is grand for me. But yeah, just trying to think what else we had. Like, we had everyone in Chillfrost, exploring Chillfrost. Then we met Scarlet's parents and stuff. That was interesting. Well, like, parent, and then turns out, like, he had a girlfriend, and then John, is now hired to be, like, apprentice blacksmith. Sorry, I've got hiccups. And yeah. And now we get to see the new airship that everyone's been talking about as they were purchasing items for the airship. That's another thing that they were doing. So for tonight's session, they'll be apparently seeing stuff happening around town, which when they talk to someone about it, they will say that it's the Royal Ball, which happens yearly in a different city each time. And this time it is in Chillfrost, and we'll see what happens there. I'll leave it at that. In fact, alright, now let's head back to the group, because I'm very fried.
Ah, shit.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. DM.
And oh shit
We're
to you,
not
Mel.
talking
Oh
about
shit.
this relationship. Oh, shit. What?
Oh, shit.
That's all I heard when I
shit.
came back was oh shit from Mel.
Shit. Oh, shit.
So yeah, we have been left off at Scarlet's talking to Dante.
Ooh.
The flirts will go by now.
The flirts. Okay, that's a new one.
As they've been flirting back and forth.
Accidental.
Yes, accidental.
Was it though?
You gotta
Yeah.
breathe in the same vicinity of someone for you to end up in a relationship in this campaign. Happen to be of the same race.
True.
But yeah, so
When
yeah,
even the DM doesn't know how to respond.
Scarlet, you managed to convince, what's her name again? Xander, like the mother of Dante, to allow Dante to come on a trip with you guys for 2 weeks. And only 2 weeks. And, yeah.
I don't end up being 2 weeks, but who cares?
Yeah, it probably won't be 2 weeks. Knowing our luck.
Whoops.
And yeah. So Dante will be packing when you guys are leaving, which is in 2 days' time. But yeah, you can now all head to the airship, which, like, probably when Scarlet leaves here, like, you all meet up, like, anyone who isn't, Daxus and, John. As John, you now
How do you forget John? It's like the most common name.
John!
All the characters
John
here.
Bags.
Fucking Feyre,
Yeah.
Scarlet, fucking Dante, and it's just like, oh, I can't think of this one name. It's fucking John.
So yeah, John, you are currently working under Blaze,
Now
Blaze.
employed!
as you are now learning how to be a blacksmith. As Blaze is teaching you how to do things with hammers and shit. My brain trailed off there. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Forge.
Hammers and
The
shit.
forge, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, and Daxus, you probably just head home for like the day, and then yeah.
In fact, I actually know how to do blacksmithing in real life.
But yeah, Feyre, your parents would probably head home now. Like they'll start heading home.
Bye, little bro. I mean, big bro. I mean, I don't know.
Bye,
Twin bro.
Bye, sis. Bye, little sis. Bye, big sis. Whatever you want to call yourself, sis.
Oh, sis.
But yeah, like you all head to the airship now, like as it is getting late, and like you now know you can stay on the ship.
Except for
Scarlet
John
would still
and
stay
Daxus.
with Blaze, by the way.
Yeah, if you wanted to stay with Blaze, that's fine. But like, just for this case, we're just going to the airship so you can finally look at it.
What do you mean? I already have.
But yeah, you all head to the new ship, the Red Lightning, as Luxus called it. And Dante
There gonna be one
comes
called
with you,
Grease Lightning?
Scarlet, as like he wants to get familiar with the ship first. And like everyone goes
He's in
to-
your room.
Yeah. Like he stands out like in your room with you and like basically just like sitting there chatting.
Oh my god, I'm so far away from all of you.
For
I have a boy in my room.
Dante like basically tells you about like how he's gonna have his royal guard following him, as well his personal royal guard, like his full blown right hand and left hand. So his left hand being Sigil, Sheev, which is
Sigil.
Cypher's Sigil, sorry. Sorry, brain. I was looking at it. My brain is Sigil.
Oh, this is
then-
gonna be fun, Cypher.
Away!
So you got Cypher as character.
Of course
call
you did
me
that to
Shiv.
me. Of course you did that to me.
And then you have Rad Watson, which is Dante's right hand,
I was ready for you to say Blue's character then.
which is Blue's character.
Shit!
Should always let me finish, puppy.
This is gonna be the
Oh
worst
no.
edition ever.
I am rubbing my
Oh,
hands.
You
over
two are
here.
gonna be trying to stop the flirting the whole time. I can tell right now.
Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna be encouraging it.
Yep.
We're also gonna
100%.
be. We're also gonna be overbearing
I'm going
about
to
it.
fucking push him to dance with you.
So yeah, to
We are
begin,
great. He's got 2 wingmen right now. How
To begin.
big is he
Scarlet
gonna
doesn't know
go?
about
Um,
the dance yet.
sorry guys, can I
We
please
do.
interrupt?
Yeah, sorry,
So
DM.
to begin, we are going to start off in the bedroom of Scarlet's with Dante, Like, so you've kind of somewhat explored the ship, like, mainly just, like, the lower floor for you, Scarlet, and for, like, Farah, you've pretty much explored most of the ship.
Which I can't see, but it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Dante,
Yeah,
like,
fun
sits
ones on the
down,
string.
like, on your bed, Scarlet, and he's like, this is a massive ship.
It's so much bigger than the last ship.
Yeah, and, like,
It is.
they've really done a good job. Like, your room looks amazing.
I wasn't even expecting to get my own private room.
Yeah. Look, sorry about the guards. They're gonna be following me around everywhere. But
You're a kin, I understand.
Well,
it was
yeah.
the same as when you were the prince.
true. Anyway, apart from that, there's something that I haven't told you yet. And it's gonna be very awkward. How do I say this? So there's gonna be in 2 days' time. Like you've got this particular thing. How do I put it? It's a royal bowl. And look, we usually have it in like this large warehouse, which is owned by us, like the right, like because it changes each year, and this year it's in Chillfrost, and so I'm
Have fun of
hosting
that.
it, and yeah, like, but like it's in a warehouse that we usually do it, and like the warehouse is small, so I asked Luxus before like I came down in here to chat to you, and he actually loves the idea of having the bowl on the ship, and all of you guys are invited.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long story, I know, but like, personally, I don't have a, how do I put this? I don't have a date, cause like the younger people, like they usually bring a date, and like the older people just go and chat to like everyone, and for me personally, I'm just alone, so. In other words, do you want to go to this bowl with me, even though you're already invited?
Of course, I'll be there to support you in any way. Once a friend, always a friend, hey?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm gonna make this hard.
Yeah. So about that though, like you remember like years ago, like basically, right, when we were like very very young, like 5 years old, I think it was, and like the bowl was here one time, right, and like my dad had his like my mum, and they were dancing together, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's like how do I put this? It's a normal thing for us to do. So whoever hosts it will dance first with their partner that they're with for the night. And I'm hosting.
And you're saying I would dance with you first?
Yeah. I'm sorry, this is a lot to put on you. I know. I'm sorry. I should just ask someone else.
No. I'm more than happy to I'm more than happy to be your partner for the night.
Cool.
After
cool.
all,
Okay, awesome.
It'd be comforting for you, most likely, to be with someone you're comfortable with. But one issue, I don't know how to dance.
Right. Okay. Well, we have 2 days. I can teach you the basics. That's all that's really necessary. You want like all we have to do is just dance once, and you can take the break for the night. It's fine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Apart from that, I've kind of already got you a mask.
Oh, so it's a masquerade.
Yeah, it's a full-blown masquerade, so you won't like see anyone's faces, so you don't need to worry about that. Like, it's great.
You can like see Scarlet put her hand to her neck and sort of rub it in an awkward way.
Yeah. But like, do you need a
Everyone-
dress or anything? Because like, I can help. We can pay for that if needed.
No,
Like, if you
I
want it, you
actually
can-
don't own a dress.
Take Fair out tomorrow, and like, you guys can have like a full-on girls' day and just go buy dresses.
Sounds like the best idea.
Cause like, I'm sure Feyre would be up, like, full-blown all for this. But like,
I mean, she's a major flirt, so I would say most likely.
yeah, definitely.
And I'm pretty sure I heard the story about her mocking girls wearing dresses, so that would be also interesting.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to laugh then Mel.
She's laughing already.
Like, but like, you should see some preparations like around town as well on the ship like tomorrow. But yeah, like when you want to just come to me and I can talk to you about like everything and teach you. Yeah, this is sorry, this is awkward for me. I know it's like a last minute thing, and
I suppose you weren't ready to see me alive, though.
yeah.
Still very sorry about that.
I just can't believe you are alive though.
Is there rolling?
Who is rolling?
No one.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Rolled.
Wasn't fun. That's all. That's all I'm really wanting to say. I'm kind of glad to be getting back into the world again, though.
Yeah, it's really good to see you as well. You know, don't worry about it. Like, I'll teach you everything I know, and it'll be super basic what you'll learn. But hey, you'll be a pro in no time with that.
Well, I've been told I'm a quick learner, so hopefully.
And I mean, like, we did it as kids, so you might still remember those. It's muscle memory.
I
mean,
mean,
we
we were
weren't
kind of
great.
fooling around back then, though.
Yeah. But look, you'll be fine. Trust me. If I believe in you, you should believe in yourself.
Thanks, Dante. That means a lot. I'm needing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
And like she sort of like blushes a little bit, but tries to hide it.
It's like Alex Lux is where I'm staying, but I really don't know like which room it is. Can you maybe help me?
I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out. I haven't actually had time to explore the whole ship yet.
Yeah, like
I
apparently
mainly
it's
just
the guards, like they're just getting like a little like mattress like in the crew
game is
quarters.
still paused.
And yeah.
We're just gonna girl boss in the corner. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that I've got a whole room to myself. Like, I haven't had this since, well, home. 10 years ago, almost. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not gonna get used to this.
Yeah, you just open the door and you just see two like armored-plated guards just standing out front.
Scarlet sort of like nods her head as she walks out awkwardly, like, yep, hi, bye.
Are we moving, Sir Dante? Yeah, you guys can just go back to whatever you want to do. And you just see them
Let's
just
do.
going. Okay, sir. We'll do that right away.
Don't worry, he's safe with me.
We're not actually. We're at the end of the hall.
So from what I understand, this room's Yearn's.
Mhm.
I think. Well, you haven't met our Goliath friends, but they're the ones that are across the room hall. But that's all
Like
I
you
know of
know
at the
a
moment.
brief summary from like Luxus, like so Zafu's room will be basically across from Yern's.
Yeah,
You have like
that's Alfew's. Oops, I just
Gorm's
opened
little
her room.
room, which is like a little storage cupboard, but he's converted it into his bedroom.
Because it's exactly like Gorm.
Yeah,
Yup. 100%.
like minimalist room. Like he doesn't have many things, so he just keeps like a small room. Like
Storage cupboard is
and then you've got like your little meditation storage cupboard there as well.
Yes, I get a meditation room. How lucky am I?
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Oh my god, I can call my room Narnia.
Yep, it's official. It's canon.
All right. Well, there we go. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, like Dante just follows you down. You make your way like down the corridor and like immediately seeing these two are like royal guard and like one's a bit more armored than the other and like they both look up you both up and down and then yeah. What are you guys doing? Like
Scarlett's just gonna awkwardly wave and be like, "Hello."
With the helmet on, just smiles down. Hello. Are you?
hello guys. Scarlett's just showing me where my room is.
Ah.
In her room?
And no, not in her room. That.
I'm sorry, my mistake. My mistake. Your Highness,
Scarlett
sorry.
like, puts her hand over her head and just looks down like, "Oh no, these are these type of guards. Yay!"
Mistake, sir. Mistake.
Yeah, she's not that kind of company.
Alright.
I mean, by the end of the night, you never know.
And he's got a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
Yes, we have.
You guys you're dismissed. You can go enjoy yourselves at the like lounge or something.
Alright, don't
Let's go.
enjoy yourself too much there, my Highness.
Let's go, Scarlett. Let's go. Let's just go.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye. She's a nice lady now, isn't she?
She is.
What do you say
Guys
we
are
give old
annoying.
Kingsy a bit of help?
You guys
Oh,
are
you're
so
killing me.
evil.
God,
Just want to end the conversation. Let's just pause and let them continue their conversation for a bit.
Look, I don't doubt the capabilities of our king, but I'm pretty sure he has this one in the bag.
Yeah, but
If
he's
not, we can
also a
always
bit
help him.
awkward about it. I know, we can always help him, always in these endeavours. Young bloke's got to have some help somewhere.
Exactly.
Exactly. But you do see him being a bit awkward about it, and like they have got like the friendship barrier thing going on here.
Yeah.
So we gotta let the little lass see that there's a bit more there than just friendship. So if we need to step in, we can. Yeah.
Those two made a cute couple though, didn't they?
I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
You're
mate,
regretting
yeah.
this now, aren't you, Sonic?
I'm gonna just torment you guys down.
Alright, so we gotta make a plan of action as to what we gotta do at the ball. Now, what did you guys hear in the room? Was there anything that we got for pointers? Like,
They just talked about the Royal Bowl. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this. We are sworn to secrecy to keep their private discussions private.
I know, but like, we're all guards here, mate.
Are you saying
You got the
corruption?
confidential.
Oh no!
This is the prince's love life that we're talking about here.
The kings?
King's ears. Oh, Aaron, if you're not gonna let anything out, that's fine. We can make plans ourselves, can't we? Oi there, Ad.
Yeah, we can.
Alright, let's get to it then! To the drawing board here.
Oh my god.
Can move on now.
Guys.
We can move on now.
Alright. So,
Love you, Sonic.
Love
I'm
you.
going to vanish you two, and then I'm gonna drag you guys over. Come on. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Where are y'all getting dragged over to?
To the top floor of the ship.
Lag. Okay, there we go.
Don't forget to move the map.
Oh, yeah, we moved the map. Sorry, I just realised.
I believe the lounge is in front, so think upwards, most likely.
I know he told me that it's on the left side of the ship. So this side?
Is that facing the bow or the stern?
I have no freaking clue, but I'm gonna say it's this side that we're on.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna look around the ship, like.
Yeah, if you want to walk around the ship, go ahead.
You're just gonna bump into the lovebirds.
I don't know. I don't know if I will be able to.
Oh, you will.
Hang on. I'm gonna check this room. Yeah, it's locked. Okay, so it's definitely not that room. What about this one? I'm sorry. Get out! Closes the door.
Yep. That's our first mate.
Well, I guess it's a pleasure to meet them.
Have a
This
feeling.
room? Oh, yeah, okay, this is it. I mean, it's cool, nice, and homey.
Very quaint.
He sits down in, like, the, bed.
It's a lot smaller than the room I'm staying in. That's actually quite surprising.
I guess guest quarters suck.
Well, I suppose they kind of weren't expecting a kin to stay on the ship.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even let me.
Of course Luxus would. Luxus has been so kind-hearted to me and Feyre and to our friends. Like, they literally took us anywhere to begin with. Like, they didn't even ask for anything. They just were like, yeah, sure, why not? And yeah, eventually we've bloomed to friendship.
Interesting. Well, I'll definitely talk to Luxus about that later on.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if half the furniture here was brought with the money I donated.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised as well. I did hear that you donated some amount of money, and it was a very large amount.
Yeah, I was told to put it to good use.
Well, you definitely did.
Nah, she's just gonna leave the door open, you know. In case Farrah walks by.
Yeah, let's cut to Fair. Wherever she
Literally
is.
just like walking into every single room.
Yeah, you like walk into this room, like it appears to be like the meeting room.
Ew. That looks cool. Just closes the door behind me, like runs all over this way.
Yeah, have you gone into the greenhouse room? Like,
There's a wait.
so that would be the
Oh,
one
the
above
one
you.
on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
go
my
back in
God.
there. Because
Okay.
there's a new face. So you step in and like, basically like, working on like some seeds and stuff like on like the table there. You see a young like man, about his like 30s.
Man.
And like he looks over and he goes, "Oh, hello there. I didn't see you there. I was a bit busy, but were you wanting something?"
Hi, I just wanted to see the whole ship because like I haven't been around yet, so
Oh,
Hi. I've just been like darting in and out of rooms,
Feyre,
you know.
Feyre, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
I met Denova, the engineer, like the ship's engineer. You're going to be the assistant engineer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I did hear about that. I'm the gardener of the ship, so I run this greenhouse here.
Awesome. It looks so good. You're doing very well.
Thank you. I'm definitely trying my hardest. We've got plenty of crops, so if we ever are out on a journey and we have no time to supply, we can use these crops for food.
That's awesome. Wow. I admire people who make food from scratch.
Well, I am from Cropton, and I do know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, you live near my parents.
Oh, you're from Cropton as well?
Yeah. Like I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah. Crops everywhere.
Yes, very, farmlandy.
But it is weird seeing like a full-on greenhouse inside a ship. I've never seen that before, so that's why I'm excited.
Yes, we use two types of things. So the window there that you can see that out from the ship, that provides a bit of light, but we also use a bit of magic to help grow, so it's kind of natural lighting in a artificial sort of way.
Wow. That's awesome.
Like,
Anyway,
if you want
I'm
more
gonna...
details on that Oxloxus, I don't know about it. I just plant
Yeah,
the
that's
seeds.
alright. I'm gonna go, but thank you so much. I just wanted to jump in and say hi. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Energetic as
I
always.
did not expect that. Runs to the next place.
Who's you?
Opens the
Yeah,
door,
like,
runs right
As
on
you
in.
walk in, like, basically, you can see, like, above, like, the door, like, this is the infirmary. You walk in, and you can see another new face, sitting on a chair, like, next to a desk, and she looks over. Oh, hi, my name's Mary, are you meant to be here? Wait, hang on.
To be here, I'm just looking. I'm just looking
You're
around.
Feyre.
Yeah.
Yes. Luxus did tell me about you. You're the assistant engineer and they're very energetic.
Very energetic.
I
Yeah,
expect to
true,
see you
true.
a lot in here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But yes,
I get hurt a lot.
if,
Yeah.
if you ever get an injury or anything, please come here. I will patch you up as best as I can.
Can I like just have you in my pocket, please?
That's a weird
I'm
question.
kidding. I'm kidding. It's just I'm always getting like it's you know, earlier today. Was it today or was it like the other day? Earlier the other day. I almost died. So like
Right. Well, then definitely I will be seeing you here a lot.
Yeah. Expect me here in like the near future. Okay, I'm gonna go, but like
I'll yes, I was
What?
just going to say, if you ever do have an injury, I can heal it. I am a bit of a spellcaster myself.
That's awesome.
I
Wait,
think
what's
I
through
do.
this door?
That's my bedroom.
Oh, okay. I won't go in there. I promise.
Thank you. That's very appreciated.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
And you can hear, like, as you leave, that is the most strangest girl.
Everybody
Yeah,
can't
man.
help but love her, though.
Down here. And I open this door.
Yeah, you step in here, like, it appears to be like a training room, so more of Gorm and Zafu's area.
Oh,
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, like there's a little
mon
archery
chéri.
range, little training dummies and stuff like that.
Ooh, I like you. Run to this room. And I'm like, oh, door's already open.
Yeah,
Hello?
you like
Oh.
step in, and you can immediately see Scarlet and Dante sitting down, chatting.
Yeah.
Hi Farah, good to see you. You exploring?
Yeah, I'm a little puffed out, but like, I'm running around.
Has Denova told you yet?
Told me what?
Oh, right. Well, that's perfect. In 2 days' time, we are going to have a royal ball. You are all invited, and it's happening here on the ship. So, have you gone to the lounge yet?
No. Wait, the lounge? There's a lounge?
Yes, there's a lounge. I'm surprised you
I
haven't
haven't
found it
even
yet.
been to the lounge myself yet, Farah, so join
Well,
the club.
Let's all go then. Let's go have a look at it.
So I'll go to the lounge.
Scarlett's gonna like lean over to Farah and like whisper in her ear, "He's asked me to be his partner."
Oh, good idea. I probably should like go to Denova. Okay, I'll see the lounge first, and then I'll go to Denova.
Well, all right. Well, we'll find the lounge first. I think it's back down the corridor where we came up on stairs, Scarlet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
There's 2 double doors, so kind of makes sense if it's there.
And Blue are forever bound to just this floor.
By the way, Scarlett said that to you
So,
privately, Melody.
Like, as you're like walking up, like Dante
Yeah,
leans over to
totally.
you, Farah, and just goes, "That's the first mate's room down there. Just don't go in there."
First, wait, this room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi, Farah. Nice to see you.
I just wanted to say hi, and I hope you're enjoying it here because I am.
It's something. Okay. Thank you.
I was just gonna look behind her and be like, "That's my friend."
I can tell. Well, let's continue. So it should be these double doors over here, if I'm correct.
Well, you opened all the other doors first, so I'll open these ones first.
And you see her just run right in.
Okay, I'm glad I was able to open the door for you, Farah.
Yeah. It's like Fairy, you step in, and like this place is huge. It would be perfect for a bowl. But like as you like are scanning around the room, you see a familiar face over at the bar.
No,
Uh-oh.
no.
What?
Familiar faces are never good in this story. Oh no.
And like sitting like casually like setting up the bar, like still getting it ready for like everything. You see a familiar man.
Oh, here's he again.
It's your brother.
It's
It's
Eldarin.
your brother!
Eldarin, the Dragonborn, who, like, Gallahan, like, was the assistant of in disguise, and then when Scarlet got poisoned.
That's right.
You squeeze me.
I mean, Scarlett's gonna look at him and be like,
Oh, hello there, you little lady. Wait, I know you. You're the...
You know how angry she's looking at him, right?
Scarlett's just
right. I now remember who you guys are. I'm sorry, this might be awkward to you guys. I'm going to be your bartender from now on.
Yeah, remind me not to take any drinks from you, and guys, don't drink from this guy.
Jesus Christ, Feyre!
Feyre, be gentle. I survived. That's the main thing, right?
You survived,
Oh my
but you
god.
almost died.
I'm glad you're okay. And like he actually walks over to you. Oh, I'm so sorry that I ever poisoned you.
Feyre's
I never meant
glaring
to
like
do
crazy.
that. Like we went into a full investigation, turned out he had been killed by that man. And
Yeah, we tracked down the
I
man.
ended up losing my job over it, and fortunately enough, Luxus came by and offered me a job here on this new airship that he owns.
Yeah, the irony of that, hey? Well, you'll be happy to know that, I kind of cured myself, so...
Well, I'm glad. I'm very glad, in fact. Like, I honestly felt terrible. I didn't ever want to poison someone.
I can tell you're kind-hearted.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I've hurt your friend over there. I can clearly tell she's didn't want you to be poisoned as well.
I think she mainly felt guilty because she was the one that brought the drink for me when I said I didn't really feel like drinking anything, so I think that's the main reason why.
That's understandable. I completely understand, in fact. Well, look, if you ever want a drink, it's on the house for anyone who's a crew member on the ship. Your friend... Hang on. I did hear Dante, right? The king of Chillfrost. It's a pleasure meeting you. I've always wanted to meet a king. You're free to get drinks whenever you like as well.
I still don't trust him.
I'm surprised he hasn't said anything
Are
yet.
you
Like,
saying this
wait,
out
you were
loud, or-
poisoned.
No, like just to Dante.
Like, Dante's, like, sitting there looking at you going, like, legit saying it silently, going, you were poisoned?
Stella just shrugs her
was.
shoulders. Nothing's gonna kill me, apparently.
Well, I'm glad.
Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna come around and say that to your face directly. Well,
I'm surprised the halfling.
pleasure meeting you. Like, she's peering through, like, the shelf, like, there's a bunch of, like,
Literally
bottles
peering
and
through the
everything
shelf.
on there.
Like, I don't want to see this guy really, but in his general direction, I'm glaring.
Like, he's gonna come round, actually. Like, he'll come round, like, squeeze past both of you, I'll just say. But, like, he walks up to you, Feyre, and he's, like, gets down on, like, one knee. I'm terribly sorry that I gave you the drink to your friend, and... honestly, it was a whole situation I never wanted to be put in, as well as put you guys in.
What are your precautions for that not happening again?
Well, me making the drinks from now on. If I ever have an assistant, I'll be doing the drinks. Any food, I'll be double checking, taste testing myself. I never ever want to have someone poisoned under my watch again. Especially someone as lovely as your friend there. She is definitely someone worthy of you, and I guess Dante there. Like, Dante just gives him this glare of like, really?
You shut the fuck up.
I literally like peek over just to see Dante's face to see if anything shows.
Like, hearing that couldn't help but
And
look at
then-
him and be
And
like,
then I look back at the guy and I go, fine, I trust you now.
Thank you. It's appreciated. I understand if you don't want to trust me fully yet. But if you ever need a drink, I am happily here to serve you. And you can sit there watching me the whole time if you'd like. Because there's not much privacy around here making the drinks.
Sounds like a good idea.
Isn't that like the number one rule when you order drinks? Watch your bartender.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go see what the other places look like. This place looks huge. Anyway,
Yes,
I'll be back.
there's definitely... Okay, she's gone. Your friend is an interesting one there. You open up that door, you can see a huge ballista on the front of this ship.
I want.
I mean, we
Like,
have.
one of the wolf pack is currently, like, loading a crossbow, like, and it's massive onto this, like, crossbow.
Wait, is it like,
ballista.
how much bigger than Pharaoh is it?
It's about 10
Rolls
pharaohs.
that's saucer size. Yeah.
So, like,
This would probably.
it would be a gorm and a half.
Gorman.
Like,
Oh my
these
God,
things are huge. Like, for stat-wise, you'd be taking, like, 12d8 piercing
Zathru
damage.
and 3/4.
Holy shit.
And that's just off the top of my head. You've got mortars on the sides of these, so they can fire mortars at anything below. You've got 2 harpoons, and then these are 2, I forgot what they call them. Usually see them on shivels. I think they're called shivels, or they're usually on like pirate ships and stuff like that in the Caribbean.
Yee. Yee.
Swivels or something like that.
I get it.
But yeah, like one wolf pack's like currently like just checking to see if it's all in working order. Like the other wolf pack's like loading that like ballista bolt into the ballista, and like the wolf pack on the like swivel like turns and like sees you and just like
Like
kind of
my
like barks
Pharaoh's
a
face is like,
general hi. So it's just like hi.
Hi, this is cool.
I know it's amazing. It is. I can't wait to fire these things.
Oh. I'm gonna leave before I have like an orgasm.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't blame you. I've done it 5 times already.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully this session is rated MA for Twitch.
Hi, this is an MA stream at the moment.
I like run past you guys. I go, go in there. It's cool.
Well, that's the outside part of the ship, I'm assuming. It's like that whole area is open to the fresh air as well.
Oh my god.
Smell that fresh
So, like,
air.
currently the
and
ship is
blood.
landed, so like you guys are not going anywhere. But yeah,
You literally just saw Pharaoh just zoom past.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna go back to stocking, especially for the bowl in 2 days.
oh, right. That.
I've already received a list for it, and by golly, they want a lot of drinks.
Excellent.
Oh wait, that's awkward.
It would
I'm
be
talking
more
to
so
one of the
Roman
people that
Zombie
actually
with it.
gave me the list. And like he looks over at Dante, and Dante's just looking at him, going, "Yes, I was the one that gave you the list of all the drinks to purchase for this bowl."
As long as there's some sort of juice or something, I'm fine.
And there'll be juices, there'll be punch, plenty of drinks. Just you gotta watch a lot of these kings and queens because they do tend to spike the punch. It's a common thing. But yes,
Oh, great.
look, just come to the bar and I'll give you a juice. It's something I can easily do for you.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Well, I need to get back to work. It's a pleasure meeting you both finally again. Well, you again, Dante. Pleasure meeting you. And then he holds out a hand, but then takes it back, and awkwardly realizing it's probably not best to do that, but yeah, he does it. And then like, okay, well, I will see you and then like jots back over to like the bar.
Just know I forgive you, by the way.
Thank you. Well, that was interesting. You were
Yeah.
poisoned?
Yeah, long story short, my cousin poisoned me.
Your cousin, so I'm guessing another demigod?
Yeah.
Right.
Not a fun time.
Okay,
I
let me
literally
think
was
back
immobile.
to some of the meetings I've had. Hang on, so I'll name the ones that we know of. So we've got Galahan, Nico...
That's the one.
So, Galahan?
I really don't like him.
Right.
No one
Yes.
does.
He's got
Mainly because my
some interesting weapons.
Oh yeah, I stole his shields. I have it in my room.
You stole his shields.
Yeah.
Those are a rare artifact.
Wait, they are?
Yes, created by his father.
Oh!
Yeah. He's not getting them back.
Well, I'm glad you have them. Like, those are very powerful. When used correctly, they'd have devastating attacks.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he
I-
was not happy
been-
about you stealing that, though.
Well, I don't know. Because I kind of pretended to be a maid when I was talking to him, so he kind of
Sounds
didn't
like
know
something you'd
I
do.
was there.
Well,
I mean-
where did your friend go anyway, Farah?
Probably back to the engine room, which I think is at the opposite end of this of the ship.
Do you want to go see
Maybe.
it?
I mean, sure. I've heard it's like 2-3 times bigger than the last one.
Definitely. Like, take note, like, because the ship is still new, like, everything you see on the map, just, like, anything on the tables, just think they aren't there. Like, so, in, like, the meeting room, let's say, like, the stuff on the table, none of that is there but the lantern. Like, the wine racks, like, they might be somewhat stocked, but not fully. Like, the map room, like you saw, Farah, that, like, there would only be a single map and everything else there isn't actually there. But yeah,
Okay.
it's just, like, probably by tomorrow, that's when stuff would actually start being there, but yeah. Oh, I just moved you by accident.
That's okay.
But yeah, like, this is one heck of a ship, though.
I know. When they said they were upgrading, I never imagined this break.
Yeah, I'm amazed he has the money for this sort of thing. These things
Apparently-
are like hundreds of thousands of gold.
Apparently, he's been saving for a long time.
Like, I mean, just for a basic airship, it's 20,000 gold. Now, where do we go from here?
I think it's this door right here.
You open up the door and it leads downwards. This doesn't look right.
Okay. Maybe it's one of these 2 rooms behind us then?
What's in here? Opening up the door. Oh, it's a library.
Oh. I won't be surprised if Jörn spends majority of his time in here.
Where is Jörn anyway?
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, we'll probably find him.
Bedroom.
I hope it is just a big ship and he's not gone.
On the ship! I saw him in his bedroom.
Oh, okay.
I saw him in his bedroom too, but Scarlet doesn't know that.
Hey,
This
like,
looks
some
correct.
storage room, and like in this room you can see pipes like sticking out of the walls and like they're heading upwards or downwards and stuff like that.
Yeah, this definitely be correct. Assuming the one with the welcome mat, that's definitely going to be a bedroom.
Do we want to have a look at it?
I mean, it could be somebody's bedroom, but
Oh, come on, the curiosity kills the cat. Come on. Opens up the
Fine.
door.
and as they say,
Exactly.
satisfaction brought it back.
Like he steps in. Okay, this looks definitely like someone's bedroom.
Whoa, it's massive.
Pharaoh, this is your room that they've just entered, by the way.
Top this one. Oh my god, yes.
Like,
Um,
this is massive.
yeah, there's a hammock over here.
Hey, Farah loves hammocks.
Oh, do you think this is Pharaoh's room?
I mean, I heard her room was near the engine room.
Oh, that makes too much sense. Okay. Next room.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I just closed your by accident. Okay. Like
I mean, that's something Dante would do. Just slam, like, cheekily close the door in the face like I do to you.
Hi there. Hello. Are you looking for Farron DeNova? And you can tell he's very drunk. Yeah. Do you know where they are? I saw the little one run into the engine room a second ago. Cool. What's down there? The room down there? DeNova's room. Okay. You can go back to sleep if you want. That sounds like a good idea. And he, like, rolls over. And you can just see Dante slowly edging towards DeNova's room.
Dante!
I just want to look.
It's okay. I understand the feeling. I suppose you don't have your guards to tell you off, so...
Exactly.
Oh god, Dante's enjoying this too much.
He walks in.
We
Oh my
can't really
god,
go
look at how
anywhere.
messy this room is.
We've really just moved in. Yeah, that sounds like
Like,
Denova.
DeNova's room is like how it looks. She's already unpacked everything.
No, before me.
That is definitely
Is this
Denova.
dynamite?
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised. Denova's, a bit of a tinkerer.
Damn. Should I be concerned?
Oh, no, you will love her. She's very kind-hearted.
Okay, I'll take your word.
Oh no, don't tell me the dynamite's for Gorm.
Oh, this is the engine room.
Yeah, you open up the doors and you can immediately feel the heat from this room. And like, there's a guy working on the forge here. Like, he seems to be like stocking up some of the coal and embers and stuff like that.
I mean, the heat wouldn't affect Scarlet or Dante anyway.
But you can still feel the heat, is what I'm signifying. But yeah, you can see this massive engine. Like, the forge here is what's powering it. He's just like prepping it for like the first launch from here.
Whoa,
It's big, isn't it?
massive.
Yes, well, your friend, Farah is around the shelves there.
Oh, is she? Thank you. Farah? Oh.
Oh. Blushes immediately.
Denova's just, like, laying up on the top, like, of the hammock. So, like, it's kind of like Denova's is higher, Farah's is lower. So, like, if she rolls off, she'll land on Farah.
You guys are adorable.
Well, it's my idea.
It was a good idea. It's a very good idea.
So have you explored the whole ship yet?
Oh, not all of it, just most of it.
Okay. What about you, Scarlet? Have you explored the whole ship? Like Dante slowly
No.
edges over. Hi guys.
Oh, yeah, this is Dante.
Oi.
Hi. He's cool, Feyre. Like, look at his
Yeah, I
hair.
know.
It's blue, and it's on fire.
He's hotter.
He's hot.
He
Literally,
can build stuff with his hair.
put one of your hands on Scarlet, put one of your hands on him, and you'll see what I mean.
Okay. And like she jumps down. Oh god, what's going on here? Jeez, come on, come
Oh,
on,
this
fix
is gonna be
yourself.
crazy.
Come on, fix yourself. Come on, computer. What are you doing, bro?
Oh
Fix
no,
yourself.
oh no, poor computer.
Like, I've got like a ruler for some weird reason, and it's decided. There we go. Alright. Close that. Come on. Be a good boy. And like, she runs over to like Scarlet, places a hand on her like leg. Warm. Places a hand on Dante. Hot. Oh my god, you're alright. And like Dante's just looking at her going, is this normal, Scarlet?
Yeah, that's very normal for their relationship. Also, seeing that you are significantly hotter than most fire ganassies, you probably get used to it.
I mean, I do have some
Visually
children
and
up who,
literally.
like, put their hands on me just to feel if I am hotter, but I've never had someone just casually touch, like, another fire ganassi and then check to see if I was hotter. That's a new
Wonder-
one.
I wonder if his abs are gonna be just steaming hot.
She's already seen
Someone
his
cook an egg.
abs.
Someone cook an egg on his abs.
Not someone, Scarlet.
That's
Oh,
what I meant.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Sonic, I hope you know we're gonna make this healthy.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm probably gonna have a wander around the ship with Scarlet.
you know, catching up.
Yeah.
Literally been 10 years, so.
Hey, Denova,
Yeah.
I heard there's gonna be a ball.
Oh yeah. There's a bowl, so if you guys are interested, you guys can be partners and go there. Wait, what's that? So there's a bowl there where we gotta dance and stuff. Very, I'm not good at dancing.
Me neither.
It's okay, join the club, me either.
Okay,
We
I'm
can
gonna be
just stand
teaching
around.
3 people to dance. And like you get to see him like tapping his fingers together as he's saying that.
Wow.
I mean,
An
we can
evil way?
No, like just
around.
like basically like the touching tips fingers like, oh god.
Didn't know there was gonna be a threesome happening so soon.
God, please.
Oh, no.
We're going back to
Don't you need a
PG
foursome?
now, okay? PG, boys and girls. PG.
PG, it's fine. PG.
because Zathu could dance. I think.
She literally would have had so many mothered moments already.
It's okay, children. I'll teach you how to dance.
Well,
But like,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you wanna go with me?
Will there be a lot of people? Well, it's a royal ball, so there'll be the kings and queens of each city.
Okay, maybe I'll just hide in here.
She just goes pale.
It's okay. I'm feeling you guys there.
Maybe
fair.
I'll hide too. You know what? Maybe we'll just both hide.
I like that idea. Can we?
But we'll
like-
we'll still dress up and we'll hide.
Okay.
Dress up in as a trench coat and
Which
become
reminds
one
me,
person.
Farah, you want to help me go dress shopping?
I thought it was gonna be.
So second things, you guys, if you want dresses, like I'm paying for any dresses you guys need, because I understand if you don't have dresses for this sort of stuff, as it's very
Dante,
formal.
you don't need to pay.
No, look, it's fine. It's I did surprise you guys with it, so yeah.
Wait, like long dress formal?
Yeah.
Can I go in a suit?
I mean, if you want to. Secondly, it's a masquerade, so you'll need masks for it. If you want, I can get someone to make you some, or you can make your own. Like, I've got Scarlet one already. I've got one. I mean, I can show you them tomorrow. Like, mine and Scarlet's.
I'm
If it's
suddenly
inspiration.
feeling very overwhelmed.
I understand. Like, if you need time to process, you have 2 days. As you kind of have no choice because it's happening here on the ship, and yeah. Sorry.
Just the sorry at the end. Oh.
I mean, she's probably gonna lean over to Farah and be like, "Yeah, I have to do the first dance. Help."
Farah, like, wide-eyed, jaw drop, like, okay, I need to be there to see this.
I was just gonna step back, being like, "Well, I managed to convince you to come.
Yeah, but
Well,
like,
Not
for a
in a
minute.
good way."
We're gonna go explore the ship. Pleasure meeting you, Denova. You're definitely a cute couple.
Aren't they?
And, like, Denova
Blushes.
blushes.
Yeah, we're both blushing like crazy.
Well, yeah, I'll see you guys around. And, like, he turns a bit purple himself. Right.
Oh, that's
Well,
so
yeah.
Excited.
And, like, he heads off. Like, I'm not gonna move around the whole map because, yeah, that'll take some time to do because it is a massive map. Basically, you just go, like, explore around the ship, and, like, you look in the map room, and, like, Dante makes some general comments on it, going, we could do some stuff in here. And then, like,
Eat this.
Ooh, what's that?
PG, guys, PG.
I really laughed because of what they were laughing.
And then, like, walks into, like, the meeting room, and then, like, he like, makes a comment going, would I be invited to these meetings?
Most definitely, you are the kin.
I like that idea. And then, like, he walks over, like, into the center room up on the top floor, and, like, you realize that's, like, the dining room, and then the kitchen, and you say hi to, like, Rangram. He just, like, sees you both and just goes, ah, another cute couple!
We are not a couple.
Future couple!
Friends.
Friend couple, that's even better. And, like,
Yes,
Dante's
yes.
just like, yep, that's perfect, yep, definitely. Oh wait, you're the king! You're the cool king that I've heard so much about. You're the blue fire Ganassi that everyone talks about, the fancy, cool one. That's really offensive, but yeah. I don't mean any harm. I'm just amazed to see someone of such unique quality. I will make you the finest of dishes whenever you need them. Well, okay, I appreciate it. And, like, he leans over to you, Scarlet. He is an interesting one.
I think
Scarlet
everyone's
shrugs.
interesting.
Scarlet will just shrug and reply back with, "He's my best friend." Well, besides Farah.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna judge. And, like, you continue walking around, you guys, like, head to the bottom of the ship, you see, like, the wolf pack's, like, quarters, and, like, they've already made, like, some hay beddings, and, like, 2 of them are sleeping on the... You walk into the next room, and there's, like, the crew quarters, where there's, like, some mattresses laid out for, like, the Royal Guard. Then you walk in, you see the armory, which, like, one of the, like, Royal Guard is currently standing in there, like, just checking over the weapons and making sure that they're all there. You then walk into the next one, which is, like, a little stables for any animals that are on the ship. And you can, like, as you walk in, you make out that there's a lot of, like, runes inscribed onto the like rooms. You can just see like Cypher's character just casually dragging across the screen. You walk into the next room, which appears to be like another bedroom, which this one's a lot more larger than the others. You then walk into the next room after that, which is like another storage room, and this one holds like a truck ton of like rum and wine and stuff like that. Continuing down, you see like a little storage room, then another room, which is the crew quarters, which, like the captain's quarters, I mean, which you see Thea laying down on the bed with like the baby, and like she gives you a wave and then like says, "Are you both exploring?"
Yes, yeah, just exploring the new ship.
Yes, it's definitely bigger than the last one.
Most definitely. Which reminds me, did you come up with a perfect name yet?
Yes, I actually did, and I was hoping that you asked me because I wanted to tell you in person. So I wanted to name them, well, like her after someone in particular. Someone that I've only known for a little bit of time, but has made a big impact in, well, all of our lives. And that's why I'm naming her Scarlet.
Oh, like Scarlett's gonna literally, quite literally, just go like almost start tearing up. Like, that's so kind of you, Thea. I'm
Luxus
honored.
absolutely adores you and Fair and everyone, really, like, in their own unique ways. And, like, I personally appreciate you and Yearn and what you've done for this ship. Like, when we received the platinum from you, like, we had just spent hundreds of thousands of gold, and we weren't sure we were going to financially recover from that, and you just casually handed that to us. We were both shocked.
Anything to help you guys. You literally took us in, like, with, like, no reason to, like, no reason why you should take us in. You just took us in.
I could see that you needed a place to stay, and the others needed somewhere else to stay as well, and we just thought we'd accept you into the family.
And I'm so glad.
I think even some of the wolf pack are starting to take a liking to you guys as well, so they're a rough bunch, but I'm sure if you have a conversation with them, they're definitely friendly enough to you guys.
I've had a conversation with a couple of them.
That's good. They're very friendly when you get to know them.
Which also reminds me, I also wanted to offer my help personally to you, Thea. I thought, like, with you having to try and look after the baby and stuff, you may need an extra pair of hands for some of your jobs.
Well, what do you mean? Do you mean taking care of the wolf pack?
Yeah, just things like that. Just if you ever need help and stuff, I'd be more than happy to help you out. Because, of course, you've got, well, little Scarlet on your hands now.
Yeah, well, you just need I mean, you can check the armory, make sure all the weapons and stuff are there, then help out with the crew, you need to keep up with all their needs, you need to make sure all the weapons are all fine, so that's all the cannons. I can teach you how to check and maintain them. Then there's the ballistas and stuff. Have you seen the ballista on the front?
Didn't really need to see it to understand that it's massive, because I could hear Farah literally, yeah.
Yeah, you understand how big of a thing it is. The wolf pack can handle it alone, but for crewmates and stuff, they need at least 2 or 3 people to arm them. So we usually send the wolf pack to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, I really don't mind. I just mainly want to be able to help as much as possible because I don't really have any skill sets of my own that I could be possible help to you guys. So any way I can help is good.
Well, I'm glad. Well, if there's anything you need, come to me. I will help. We are making a full list of everyone's roles. Yearn is going to be the quartermaster of the ship, so he'll be in charge of everyone. That even includes me.
Sounds just like him.
Yes. He's definitely made himself at home here. He's currently in his room if you want to have a chat to him. Like, Dante chimes in and goes, well, I mean, I can head off, Scarlet, when you want me to. We can have a private conversation if you need to.
Anything discussed in front of him can also be discussed in front of you.
Oh, okay, I appreciate it. I might continue exploring these rooms while you have a chat to them, though. That's what I was trying to get at.
Understandable.
It's so big here. I'm loving this. It is definitely a big ship. I can't wait to see what you do on it, Dante.
Scarlett's just gonna raise her eyebrows and just yep. And then lean over to Thea and be like, remember, he hasn't really gone further than the palace.
I'm well aware, Scarlet. I'm well aware. Keep him in check, please.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
understand he is definitely taking this as a holiday, but we are on business.
don't worry, I'll keep him in check.
Thank you.
Make him scrub the deck.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, Fia. I will continue looking around the ship. I'm like, he just casually walks out of the room.
Scarlett just like gives a
Another
wave.
Feyre.
I'll catch up in a minute.
Okay. And, like, you continue walking down, like, you walk into, like, just down the corridor where you were, like, originally, like, for your bedroom. You have Yearn's room, which is right next doors to you, and then across from yours, like, Dante walks into that room. And, like, you immediately hear this barking noise of Drift, who just
Right.
says, "Get the hell out of my room! I'm trying to nap here. Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I was just exploring the ship." "Well, you've explored enough. Now get the hell out."
Oh my god, to
And
a
then
king.
from, like, the, like, piloting station of the ship, you hear, like, Luxus, who just yells down the corridor, "Drift, you better not be talking to who I think you were talking to." And you just
Oh.
immediately hear silence.
That's Drift.
Well, interesting character.
She's super duper friendly. The first time I met her, I was in a trance, and yeah, that was fun.
Well, interesting. Yeah, like, you walk into, like, the bedroom, Yearn just, like, turns around, like, seeing you guys come in, and then just goes, "Drift,
Yes.
figured. I honestly don't know why she had the room there, but it's Luxus's ship. I'm not gonna question it."
Oh well, I'm sure eventually made acquaintances with her.
Enjoying the ship, both of you?
I know I am.
It's good. Well, I'm just writing in my journal, and you can see him, like, writing some stuff in a journal, and then, like, he closes it, and it's like Dante steps closer to, like, basically put an arm over his shoulder and, like, goes, "Well, it's definitely a large ship. Like, I'm grateful that you guys are allowing me to come for 2 weeks."
Then Scarlett's just gonna put her hand on her forehead and shake her head.
Yes, now, were you coming to the ball? I'm well aware of it. I'll be mainly staying in my quarters, as I've done my fair share of bowls in the past.
Please come, Yearn, for me.
I will drop by.
Aw.
Oh, I guess it's better than nothing.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to
And
discuss?
Catman
I'm
dance.
somewhat busy. I'm just finishing up some things.
Oh yeah, I heard about how you've practically been put in charge of everybody.
Yes, I'm currently trying to write a list. And like he opens up like the book and you just see like multiple things written down on this page. And then next to him is a pile of crumpled paper.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yes, I am trying to keep track of our stock, our crew, everyone's roles. He's given me a lot to do, and I am definitely not handling it well right now.
I know you'll do great. You've always done great from what I can see.
Yes, well, I appreciate the boost in confidence, Scarlet. If you need anything, please drop by. I'm right next door.
Yeah, I saw.
Just don't get up to anything too much, as thin walls I will be able to hear.
Scarlett's just gonna take a deep breath and
Dante
push
just
it off.
turns purple.
Like, Scarlett just to push it off and be like, Yearn, as you would know, we're friends.
I am fully aware. And, like, he has a cheeky grin as he says that.
I'm enjoying this way too much.
Everybody's just like bullying them into being a couple.
Bill Bully. This is our job.
Oh, we'll let you go back to your work then, Yearn.
Thank you, it is appreciated. As I said before, drop by whenever you need to. I will
Yeah,
try my best to come to the ball, as I will be busy. I do have some errands to do in Chillfrost.
and she's just gonna lean over and be like, come for the first dance at least, please.
I will see you dance, don't worry.
Thank you.
Alright, well, off you two go. Enjoy the ship. Luxus is up front if you want to go say hi.
Probably would be important to have a conversation with him.
Yes, I assure you he definitely wants to have a conversation with you. He has been non-stop chatting to me about how he wants to have a conversation with you, and thank you.
Yeah. Well, we'll go off and find him then.
Definitely. And yeah, it's like you head out of the ship and like yes, of course.
Shh, shh. So say, as Dante leaves, she's gonna leave over and to be like, I feel like I'm gonna be babysitting Dante.
You and me both.
And then she will walk
In more
out.
ways than one.
Yeah, so
Oh
like
my
you walk out, like you head down like just the corridor, and then like you see these two double doors, and like you open them, and like Dante's like sitting there, like kind of got one hand on like the wheel, and like he's just slowly rotating it. Like the ship's landed, so he's just doing it for fun, and like he sits there going, like you walk in. And he hasn't noticed you both yet, and like you hear him like under his breath say something to himself like, "Oh, I can't wait to fly you, baby girl."
Scarlett's just gonna giggle.
Oh shoot, Scarlet. Well, hello, welcome. Awkward.
Hello, Luxus.
I didn't realize anyone was in here. Well, look.
That's all right.
Where was I? So, thank you. I don't know how many times I need to say it. Thank you for your donation for the furniture. It definitely helped. if you
I'm
didn't,
just glad it
we wouldn't
helped.
have had the money to get all the furniture we could.
Well, everybody deserves to feel comfortable.
Yeah, so, as you can see, we've slowly started making progress on decorating. How's your room? Do you like it?
Oh, it's more than enough.
I'm glad. I tried my best to make it look like you, in a way.
I wasn't really expecting anything, really.
You've done plenty. I've tried to give everyone their own room. Gorm, I understand he's of military background, so I just put him in the closet. It sounds rude, but I'm sure you'll probably like that. Zafu, she's got a nice, lovely room if you've had a look at it. Yearn has a nice room. Feyre, beautiful room. Even my quarters, the captain's quarters, if you've seen it, it's definitely large.
I'm just so glad that you've welcomed us so much as part of your group.
Well, you are part of the family. It's something that's difficult to do with our family, as we are a tight bunch. As you've definitely met Drift, she drinks a lot. She's had a troublesome past. So we welcomed her to the family, and she lashes out at everyone. So don't take it personally. She's just, yeah, Drift.
We'll have a lot of fun with that one.
That's alright.
But yeah, even Denova, she's been with us for quite a while, and we've welcomed her as our engineer, and she's definitely upgraded the ships in the past.
Yeah, and now of course she's got Feyre to be by her side.
Yes, well, even Farah, she can learn how to maintain the ship. It's going to be interesting. If
Yeah.
you ever want to, I can teach you how to fly the ship.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's easy. You just turn the steering wheel, and that's about it. I mean, it's a little bit more, but you need to pull the steering wheel back or forward to make it go up and down, but that's about it.
Sounds so simplistic for such a massive thing.
Yes, there is a little bit more to it, as you can see with all these pipes here. So you can see all these, like, fancy pipes, and, like, you know what, I'll prove it. And, like, he unhatches, like, this thing, and, like, the pipe seems to, like, shimmer for a second with this, like, magical essence as it opens. And then he, like, speaks into it. Denova, are you in the engineer room? And, like, for Feyre and Denova in the engineer room, like, you just hear, like, Luxus's voice over, like, what seems to be this intercom sort of thing. And, like, Denova responds, "Yeah, Lux, we're in the engine room."
Hey, Lux.
Hello, Farah. I didn't know you were in there as well, but there you go. We're just doing a test to show Scarlet and Dante the intercoms on the ship.
It's really cool.
Yes, we can talk to everyone on the ship from anywhere, really. So there should be one.
anyone?
That's epic.
There should be one right next to the door. You can call us up to us if you need any services or anything.
Nice.
Yes, there's
That's
one in every
so
room as
cool.
well, so that means your bedrooms as well. They are sealed shut, so we can't hear everything. That's on purpose. But I can open up the valves, allowing me to communicate with any of the rooms. So if there's a massive disaster about to happen, I can quickly open all intercoms with a simple flick of one, which will allow us to communicate through the whole ship.
That's
Awesome.
epic.
And then if there's any private conversations we need to, we have the messenger rings as well.
Like Farrah's like freaking out. Like.
And he closes up the
Denova.
thing and you hear the silence for Denova and Farah. But yeah, there you go, Scarlet and Dante. That's essentially how it works. Now,
That's so cool.
Dante, you've found your room yet? And Dante just nods. Good. Well, make yourself at home if you need anything. Chef can make you something. Even the bartender, if you've met them.
Yeah, about that, Luxus.
Yes. What is it, Scarlet?
Farah and I have, and actually Gorm, yeah, we've previously encountered that bartender.
Oh, you have? Well, that's excellent. He's a great bartender. He's told me a bit of troublesome past, like how he apparently poisoned one of his patrons. But, are you okay, Scarlet? You're coughing. Have you got a cold?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, that's how we know each other.
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay.
Don't worry, he looked the same as you did right now when I walked in.
Yeah, he's like a little bit more pale, realizing. Well, I hope I haven't brought back any bad memories. I'm sorry I didn't know.
No, it's okay. He doesn't know about who I am, unlike you and that, so...
Well, okay, that's good. Well, feel free to explore the ship. If you've already explored most of the ship, well, good on you. But yeah.
Oh, and I believe I also owe a bit of a thank you to you as well. Thea told me what you called her.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know that I feel honored.
Well, I'm glad, Scarlet. It was a decision we came down to together. But I thought mainly it would be best mainly I decided to, I should say, that would name her after you, as you have done a lot for the ship and a lot for the group. So we wanted to honor that, and yeah.
Well, I feel very honored. Like, I never would have expected that at all.
Well, I'm glad. Well, you two head off. I'm gonna get ready for the first test flight of the ship. So, get ready for it. We'll be basically doing a lap around the city. And then tomorrow, a lot of the kings and queens will be arriving from each nation.
Yes, that's gonna be exciting.
Yep, you're telling me I'm gonna have a natural disaster on the ship.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna be in masks.
Oh yes, and that's what scares me, because if I fuck up and invite the wrong person onto the ship because they're wearing a mask and I don't know who they are, and then
suggestion.
if and you see Dante just like now looking at you going, is he gonna be okay?
Suggestion, just have them take off their mask before they enter to ensure it's them. And then they can put it back on.
Okay, I'll take that idea. I'm writing it down. He's writing down a note.
Oh, not the brightest of minds.
Okay, well,
Well, we'll leave you in peace so you can recommiss with your new baby girl.
definitely. Thank you. Good, see you around. And like he's now like got a panic face on him again, as he now realizes he's still got to figure out how to do this.
Oh.
Scarlet smiles and then like tries to like usher Dante out.
Yeah, Dante heads out and like, if you want to do a time skip to tomorrow, I can do one.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Been needing to for like a while.
So if you need to, take a quick break to go to the toilet and stuff like that. I'm gonna run a ad break. So it'll be a 2-minute ad break because I'm going to grab myself a drink.
I'll be back.
So I don't have my water with me as well. Come on, ads, let me run an ad. Oh, I've currently run an ad already, apparently. Alright. I'll be back.
Always you.
Radios. Okay, there. Alright. Okay. I just realized that's broken. I'm gonna have to fix that up later. Is everyone still there?
Yeah, he
Cool.
said the gifts of horns.
Come back here.
Who is you?
Is everyone back yet?
Where?
Where?
Overall.
Hello.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Alright.
Yo yo yo.
Yo.
We spent like an hour and a half just role playing the ship then.
Yeah, that's why I was wanting to slowly progress a bit more. Alright. So yeah, if you want to do a time skip to one day in the future, you can.
Sounds good to me.
You mean the ball?
No, not yet. That's in another, like, week time, I think.
Aren't we leaving in like 2 days?
Yeah. You leave in 2 days, so, like, essentially, you leave on the night of, like, the bowl. So, like, essentially, like, the bowl, you'll be flying over, and then they'll be stopping at, like, what do you call it? If I look up the map real quickly. So you're currently in Chillfrost, so you'll be flying over to Mistwater, which is a little like coastal like town, sorry, which is the only way to get to Tiamat. So you'll be flying over Ephemia, where they'll stop and drop off all the kings, because that's in the center of the like whole mass island. So they can all just go to where they need to go from there. But
That's
yeah,
gonna be fun. Anyway, time skip.
Yeah, time skip. So everyone like basically heads back to like their quarters because it starts to get late, and like Dante says his bye to like Scarlet for the night, and then like
Aw.
basically like it says see you guys in the morning, like meet me at like the doors of the ship, so heading outside so I can like basically take you guys shopping. And like
I mean, Scarlet would probably head back into town with him because she's wanting to stay with her father as much as possible.
yeah, it's like you'd head back into like town, like you'd drop in, see your father, and like chill with him for a little bit, and then like Dante eventually like comes back with a couple of the Royal Guard, and like probably like his left and right hand, as well as like one or two other Royal Guard.
Great, the left and right hand. Did we have to breed them?
Mother forced me.
Well,
His mother can be very persuasive.
Yes, before she take him.
look, I know, because I grew up with her for a couple of years myself, so yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you all head over to like the shopping district, and like he like basically walks you past a couple like of the clothing stores. Like there's mannequins with like beautiful dresses and stuff like that, and like he suggests this one to you, and then like you shake your head, and then like he takes you to another one which is more fancier with magical effects as well and stuff like that. And there's this beautiful red dress with like when you twirl, these flames shimmer off of it, so kind of Katniss Everdeen style.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, inspiration from Katniss Everdeen.
And yeah.
I have a photo.
Yeah, and she was showing me that, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll use that. And like, yeah, so you pick out that as your outfit, and like Feyre, like you spend some time like looking, and whatever you send me, I will happily declare as what
Oh,
you want to
shit.
wear.
I have never actually thought
Matching
about
dresses, matching dresses.
No, Farrah's going in a
I mean, I
suit.
instantly come up with one on the spot if you want me to.
I mean, go for it.
Shoot that shoots out
So, yeah,
sparkles when you
Yeah, you
stab.
figure something out.
Yeah, you see this
Just-
like. To begin with, you're like, mate, like Dante's trying to like think of something for you, and like he looks at dresses like for a little bit, and like he goes, "What about this dress? Like, I know you said you didn't want to do a dress, but look at how cool this looks." And like, it's this like purple dress, and when you twirl, it sends off this shadowy sort of mist,
Ooh.
and like what's the word? Underneath, like, it's got like so you know how some like dresses, like mainly like medieval gowns, like they had like the extra layers with like
Yeah.
the frilly sort of parts in it. It's kind of like that, but then like very thin. So it shows that there's multiple layers, but it's very minimal to it.
Ooh.
And it like the mist produces around that part. And it's kind of like an illusionary effect, and like it costs like Dante a bit for both of your dresses, but like it's barely anything for him.
Me, Scarlett will most likely try her best to try and give some money in.
I mean, can I put a belt on it?
If you want to put a belt on it, you can do a belt. I do not mind.
Like, I want to be able to like pull it up just in case for like.
I can hide it under the dress, or I can put it over the dress. It's up to you.
Under the dress so that I can like cinch it up. So that, I mean, you know what I mean, like
Ah,
pull
yes.
the
Corsets
the skirt
or
up
sort
and
of style, or do you want just a normal belt? I can do both.
corset style, please.
Corset style. All right. And you see him like pull out a belt, and like on the mannequin, like he's like putting the belt around, and like the mannequin shrinks down to like this halfling size, so your height, as he's doing it.
Oh,
And like he's like sitting there like reshaping like dress, like trimming up parts, and then like kind of like what's the word, pinning certain spots of it, and then like looks at you, looks back at the dress, looks at you, and then he like sews like a little bit there, and then a little bit there.
oh, what about, can I have like an extra pocket somewhere, like in like
Pockets,
one that no one can see?
One that no one can see. Alright, and like he like cuts this like part on the dress, and then like he seems to like wither some magic over it. Now it looks like there is no pocket, but there is pocket, and like he puts his hand, and it phases through the dress.
Oh my god, I love it!
How does that look?
Perfect.
That is
Good.
perfect for you, Feyre.
I'm glad to make a customer happy.
Oh my god.
And that is 100 platinum, sir.
What the fuck?
It's like got magic enchantments and stuff like all over this. Like it's got glamour and all that sort of things. And like Dante's just like, okay, like hands it over. Well, that's everything. I hope you keep these dresses, girls, because I mean, I love you both, but I'm not gonna do something like that again.
You know I'm
Definitely keep
trying
it.
my best to help pay, right?
I know. It's just
I will literally marry this dress.
thank you. I'm flattered that you appreciate it. But yeah. Well, side notes, anything else you'd like to do for today? I can teach you how to dance, both of you, if you want.
Probably a good idea, seeing we've only got until tomorrow night now.
Yeah. So I know we were supposed to do it last night, but that tea last night, oh, that chef, oh my god, I am gonna fall in love with that chef, I swear.
Let me guess, performance check.
Yeah, do a performance check to begin with. Like, this is just to determine how well you do.
Wait, is that all of us?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
Obviously,
Scott, you like Dante's like helping you like aid, and like basically like for Feyre, like Yeah, both of you. Like, you both sit there, like, Dante, like, helps you, Farid, practice a little bit, and then, like, goes to Scarlet. You, both of you practice on each other and stuff, and then, like, he teaches you some formal sort of stuff as well, just for polite manners towards the kings and queens for tomorrow. And then, like, he looks at you both and he, like, goes, I think you guys are definitely gonna do well tomorrow. So now when you guys dance tomorrow, you can roll with advantage.
Yes.
Gets a nat 1 and falls over in the main dance.
That one on both.
Yeah.
It's alright, I was watching High Rollers Bobby yesterday, and like Mark rolled 2 nat 20s on grapples, and it was with advantage. And he's like, they're sitting there going, he has rolled 8 already tonight.
Oofed. Anyway, no sidetracking. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Anyway, but like, yeah, he looks at you both, and you guys definitely do good, I think. Like, he then like looks at you both. Do you want to try your dresses, and then I'll put on my suit, and we can practice that way?
Probably
Yeah.
a really good idea. Especially with these shoes. And she like holds up the shoes that she's got.
Sounds good. If I can find the.
Did you feed the
suit.
cat?
There it is. Yes, I did. Rebel Dante suit. I'm just gonna quickly show, like, so Dante gets into this suit, and like, you'll both go into like a changing room area, like, and like Dante comes out, like, we'll say for just the purposes, Scarlet, you're the first one to come out. And like, you see Dante in this beautiful red suit, and like, the suit has like these glimmering sort of effects with fire shimmering down it. And he like looks over and like goes, wow, that definitely looks beautiful on you.
Yeah, same to you. Well, I mean, handsome, not beautiful. Handsome.
Yeah. Where's Feyre? Is she still gonna change?
I literally stumble out.
Wow. Feyre, you look stunning.
It's so cool, and then I twirl around.
I mean, Scarlet would probably copy you straight after.
Well, it's going to be a mask, like, ball, so here, and like, he hands you a mask, Scarlet, and
Aw.
is what it looks like. And then Farah, he then walks over to you. Denova would want you to do it in, like, she would want to give you this herself, but she couldn't make it today, so I'm handing it to you instead. So here's your mask. It's made by Denova.
Oh, that's so cute!
Oh, so perfect.
And I mean, she's got her one with her, but I show you, it looks amazing. She's definitely done a good job on hers as well. Really shows off her style.
I mean, Scarlett's just holding hers in their hand, just looking at the phoenix, like, he
But yeah.
knows.
He like then puts on his mask, which is like a fiery sort of mask. Which, if you look at the fire part, that would be like an animated sort of illusion.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, like you then practice like your dancing and like in the dresses. It's a little bit more difficult, but like you start to get the hang of it. And then yeah, it comes to the night and like Dante is a little bit more frantic. Like a lot of the kings and queens are now here. They're not staying on the ship, but like they come and check out the ship, and like you kind of make out a couple of them as like they're walking by. So like you probably won't have enough time to have a general conversation, but you like see one of the queens, which like Dante would probably tell you guys like each one when they walk past. Like that one is Queen Amanda Fairwater, which is the Queen of Stockhelm. And she like walks by. You then see King Benedict Val Gordon, which is the King of Rosethrone. And like he's having a generalized conversation with a Aarakocra, which is the... He doesn't take the title of king. He will always go by his full name rather than King Relic Ad Tabar. So it's Relic Ad Tabar. So he is a monk, Aarakocra, who spends his time mostly up in the top tower on Anakrad. It's like if I get up Anakrad real quick in the... There is Anakrad. There it is. Images. It's like if you look at that, he would be up in the far right side and then up in the very top compartment. And like sitting in the top there, meditating. Wait, he's having a general conversation with the King Benedict. You then walk past another queen, which immediately heads to your library, which is Queen Evelyn Whitewater, the Queen of Mornstead.
So beautiful.
Fun fact, I named her.
Aww.
The last person you guys see for the day, like, is Queen Shimmer Waters. She is a water genasi. When she is the Queen of Elgate, so Poseidon City. Like as she
I
walks
definitely know
by,
what I'm
she
gonna
waves
ask
to
her.
Dante, as they do have a good friendship. It's like Dante would mention this, like, oh, she's a good friend of mine, sort of thing. But yeah, the last person, I should say, sorry, I just remembered, there would be one last person you'd see. And he is, like, surrounded in a pack of these, like, very obscure, like, masked figures. So, like, these masked soldiers. And it is
Darkspire.
the King of Darkspire, King Ashkar Louv.
Scarlet's literally gonna shut up when he walks past.
He looks in your direction, and he has, like, so one eye is, like, that white eye, so he doesn't have that eye. And he looks in your direction, and he gives this, like, glare. As he continues walking by with this pack of, like, his guards. But yeah, it then comes
Implicating
to
one of the
the night.
kings.
I know.
That's by the way, Darkspire is Hades' land, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't put all the kings and queens in for purposes, so you'd be introduced later on.
Okay.
But yeah, it comes to the next night, and all the preparations for the ship have been made. Can I close this, please? Like, why is this open? Close. 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 Why? Close. Thank you. Close. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you guys head over to the, like, wherever you mainly are. So, like, I've put, for your reference, Feyre, I've put you into your bedroom with Denova. For other purposes, I have put both your characters, Blue and Zafu, in next to the bar.
Cheers.
So you guys are just
Cheers.
enjoying some food and drinks.
Cheers, Governor.
But yeah, like, essentially everyone, like, makes their way to, like, the lounge, and, like, they've set up a table out front, and, like, they've got the royal guard sitting out front, and, like, they're essentially, like, checking everyone's masks and, like, making sure that they are who they are.
Drag us over. Can't see
I know.
anything.
I'm not doing it yet. But, like, you have Scarlet. You are currently down in the bedroom with Dante. And, yeah.
His bedroom or my bedroom?
Your
Don't
bedroom.
forget to move the map on stream.
I know. So I'll fly down to Scarlet's bedroom real quick. I forgot to put in the wall there. Do. Hey!
Ah. Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna put a quick wall.
I love how you created a whole, like, re-edited the shit for
Jesus.
this.
Airship Christmas edition.
What just happened there? My whole computer just did a flip.
That's not good.
Like, it just went, like, and refreshed the whole page, like, into this white screen. And then...
I
Oh, I
just
saw that on the
stream.
stream.
Yeah.
What's name?
Oh
I'm gonna
wow.
reload that.
You may
Well,
have to,
I guess we
yeah.
can say our quote.
Yeah.
It's
Everyone.
not the creation.
Not the
without
creation.
Technical difficulties.
We're very in sync when we say that as well, which just adds.
Just adds to the memes.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, guys, it is not the creation without technical
Technical difficulties.
I love it.
Integration with
Hopefully it loads, because now it's just taking forever to load in. So how's everyone's days?
Okay, it went really fast. Also, do you know how we did the bet on when the pool's gonna be cleaned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, I think it's gonna be on your dough
Nice.
tomorrow. I don't know, but I think it's tomorrow.
You guys made a
Because
bet without
it
me.
Okay, when do
Yeah,
you
but
think?
what's going on?
When do you guys think the pool will be cleaned by? Now that like
Tomorrow,
me and my
because
sister-
it.
2
I
days
actually
time.
don't know.
Wednesday. 'Cause
Day.
tomorrow's
I'm still
raining.
gonna pick Tuesday, I think.
You still think tomorrow?
Yeah.
What's your day,
Oh.
Blue?
will be
Tomorrow, Wednesday. Oh, sorry. The Tuesday.
Day
sorry.
after. Wait, Tuesday.
What's your day, Mel, hey?
Well, mine's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say Thursday then.
Oh, we'll
I'll just
see.
say I do shits and
Alright, so
geeks.
Has it
fun
loaded?
facts, the Sonic account loaded, but like the GM account hasn't loaded yet. It's slowly processing, but it's getting there. Okay, it's now just loaded. Alright.
Hey!
So yeah, you guys are currently sitting in the bedroom, but like, we're gonna cut to probably Feyre and Denova first, actually. So
So
they're gonna
say-
be
We've done enough of those two already.
Over
Like,
here.
I mean, my Scarlet and Dante. I mean,
so. Yeah, you've seen your mask, like Feyre, and like Denova, like basically slowly brings out her mask, and like she goes, "Don't giggle, but I made this one for me.
Cool. And so cool. Oh my god, that
Yeah.
eye.
It's like full metal, and she's got like this like grated sort of like part over one eye. She's got these like metal cat ears and all that.
That is so cool.
I am not laughing. This is incredible. Did you make this yourself?
I made
Really?
yours too.
Wow. Well, yeah, mine's also be yours. Wow, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Oh my
you.
gosh.
I'm kind of scared to go out there because there's a lot going on.
It's okay. We don't have to be out there for too long. I just want to see Scarlet dance.
Sounds good. Can we go slowly then?
Slowly.
It's like she steps over to the door. Like Denova's wearing a dress, and it's like probably a light blue dress, and like she's got like intertwined like these like metal wires and like little like gears, like saw gears I should say, tied
so
to them.
steampunky. I love it.
But yeah,
Oh.
like you step through, you're immediately greeted by one of like the crewmates who's sitting down reading like a newspaper, and then currently trying to clean up the mess on the floor is the Queen Evelyn. So the Queen of what do you call it, Mornstead, and she like looks up at you two and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she hasn't got a mask on, but like you can see her mask like next to her, and like it's this like bunny style mask.
Okay. It really is.
I was just large groups. I'm not good with them, but I was just wanting to read a book, and then I saw this pile of books on the floor, and I wanted to try and clean it up. And like the crewmate leans over and goes, and she's doing a pretty good job of it actually.
Wow. I mean, we'll probably come back in here later on. We're not really that good with big groups either.
Maybe
You know,
we can
little-
all go together.
Do you want to come along with us?
And she looks down at the books. Sure. And she puts on her like bunny mask and then like looks over. Okay, let's go. Like,
This is so
these two,
cute.
yeah. Right.
Just gonna yeet myself. Yeet. I love yeeting Pharaoh across the map.
I mean, at least you're not on the bottom deck.
Yeah, that's gonna be entertaining.
Ah, true.
Yeah, so like you guys make your way over. Like you can see a lot of the Royal Guard, and like they look over and just go, hold up. Just checking to see if you are who you are.
Yeah, all good. I take my mask off.
Yeah, like she takes off like her mask as well. Queen Evelyn, yep, you can go in. Names, Denova and Feyre.
Pharaoh.
We are the ones who own the ship. Well, help own the
Well.
ship. Right, yep. Feyre, yep, your name is here, and Denova. Yep, you can go in.
I put my mask right back on. I'm so proud of this mask.
You ready for this? This is gonna be really awkward.
Ready.
Like, steps in. And like, you can hear like some very waltzy sort of style of music, but it has like that magical sort of tone to it. And like,
Ooh.
there's people not on the dance floor part of it, but like you can see floating musical instruments and stuff like that above like the dance floor.
Ooh.
You can see all these beautiful colored like braziers as they like lead up to like the dance floor. You can see like a bunch of like the people sitting around like the bar. You can see Rangrim, who's currently serving food to the lovely two left hand and right hand. You can see Lena casually sitting at the bar, having a nice, lovely drink of wine, talking to the Queen of Stockholm, Amanda, and behind her is one of her, like, royal guard. Then, sitting at a table, like, you can make out a very familiar king that you've met before.
I am ready for
The
this.
King of Goldspire. As he looks, like, in your general direction, gives you this glare and goes, "Great," under his breath.
Do I see him? Like,
Oh yeah,
look at me?
You two make eye contact.
I just wave at him, like, really ecstatically.
Sitting next to him is the King of Cropton, as you would know. Which you would know as Baston Tarragon. And then across from him is Queen Nervavev, which is an elf, and that is the Queen of Aethermere.
Wow. So many people. So many
I'm
kings and
deliberately
queens.
not looking at the stream at the moment.
But yeah, like, sitting over next to the fire as well, you can make out Queen Shimmerwaters, who is the Queen of Elgate. And then, currently playing pool is Stone and Luxus.
Yep.
And then you can make out kind of, like, it's difficult from where you guys are standing, but like you can kind of make out Yearn sitting next to a bunch of the kings, and there's two of the Royal Guard standing Overwatch. So one Royal Guard and two Royal Guard.
Oh,
So the one Royal Guard looks to be like, what do you call it? Rose Thrones. The other one looks to be very elven, which you'd presume to be Nilia's.
There's so many people.
There is a
Poor-
bunch of the Chillfrost Guard, like Royal Guard, around the room as well. On the far table, you make out two Dwarven kings. So one which is Railstorms, and two like I accidentally clicked on it, and two Golden Law or Gold Law. Yeah, Golden Law.
My God.
Well, we're here now. It's very crowded.
It is. Should we find somewhere to sit?
I mean, I can go sit next to Shimmer. She's quite friendly.
Okay. Well, is it okay if we come with you?
Definitely. And like she wanders over. Hey Shimmer. Oh hi. How are you? Good. Just I was chilling in the library. Ah, right. You and your books. Well, hi. Who are your friends? Like, Denova's hiding behind you, Feyre.
I'm Feyre, and this is Denova.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Do you mind if we sit with you?
Of course, you can sit on the other couch there. Like, Denova plops herself next to you.
I love that.
Like, the fire's lit and everything, and like,
Romance.
yeah, we scroll down to the other two lovebirds.
Friends.
Friends.
I think everybody by the end of the night wants them to be a couple, so this will be interesting.
Well, you look stunning. The mask
thank
definitely
you.
works well.
Oh, I absolutely love the mask. Like, it shows who I am, you know, bonded with the phoenix.
I'm glad. Like, it definitely looks good on you. And as you guys are having this conversation, you hear a knock on the door. Dante, it's, you're ready for the dance?
Are you ready for the dance?
Are you?
I'm as ready as you will be.
Right. Well, yes, Levi, we are ready. And, like, he like, then says, am I able to open the door? Oh, okay, thank you, Scarlet. Like, he jumps down from your bed. I guess we are. Well, good. We need you to step off of the ship to begin with, and then we're going to have you airlifted onto the front of the ship, as we want to do this silently so no one notices you guys. But we want you to walk through the front entrance. You guys can do your dance then, and then, yeah. It'll be interesting. We'll see what we can do from there. And, like, Dante sits back down. Okay. Alright.
Scarlet, like, looks over to him, and she's just gonna walk over to him and put her hand out and be like, do it together.
He puts out his hand. Okay.
Like, Scarlet sort of pulls him up off the bed. We can do this together.
Right, well, together. And, like, he jumps down. Heads out the door. Levi, like, moves in and stuff, and then, yeah.
Scarlet's still holding his hand, by the way. She didn't let go.
So, yeah, like, you guys hop off the ship. Keywords. Hop off the ship. The Royal Guard follows. I'm gonna invisible all of you. And
Okay,
then drag you guys to the front of the ship.
Where the hell am I being dragged to?
So just head to the main room, and then where the what's the word? Like the rug trails to the doors. That's where you guys will be coming from.
I'm just gonna look for...
So basically where the mortars and stuff are.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys
Okay,
get
there
onto
I
the
am.
ship. Yeah. And like there's some other Royal Guard here that you haven't seen before, which look like that, and these are the Sanglao ones. And like hidden behind like the what do you call it? So these are like those what do you call them? Room dividers. It's like there's some room
Screens.
dividers screens like set up for changing rooms, and like you see in one of the rooms like a very beautiful like queen, which like Dante says that's the Queen of Lustmere.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's supposed to do a performance afterwards with the Queen of Sanglao, And like in the other one, you can kind of make out another person which seems to be missing an arm, and she is an elf, and she is the queen of Sanglao.
Nice.
Are you ready for this? Because I am definitely not. Well, I hope you both are ready, because you guys are on. Oh, God.
Like Scarlet will give like his hand like a not like a tight squeeze, but like a little gentle squeeze. Together.
Together. So I'm going to drag your token for you.
That's alright. At least you got the female on the right.
Yep.
Which is actually formal. The female's go on the right.
So you guys walk up to the door, and like they magically open by themselves, and then like for everyone, you just see Scarlet and Dante step out into like the like little corridor that's been made from these like glaziers.
Oh, Feyre jumps out.
You see like
Run.
Leva walks behind you both, and like you guys take another couple steps to about here, and Leva's like standing behind. The first dance is about to begin. Everyone, please refrain from what you are doing and observe the host and his partner, Scarlet, for the first dance.
I look at Denova like, come.
Welcome. Woo!
So like Lexus and like
Hell yeah!
stop their game.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Guards getting
will come from the conversation over here, and like they'll come over and like stand. Now like you can like kind of make out like all of them over here. So for reference, you have the Aarakocra one, who is Vivian. You have another one, which is a monkey man, who is the king of Nelia. And then you obviously have Benedict, the king of Roserone. Which, the king of Nelia, his name is Momo Grav.
Momograph.
No. No.
But yeah, so both of you like walk down the corridor very slowly, and Dante's holding your hand tightly.
I mean, Scarlet would be doing the same. Just literally just squeezing his hand like, I'm
Such
doing
an
this for
adorable
him.
couple.
Doing it for him. Doing it for
You
him.
definitely bet Feyre's gonna run over
You can
here
hear
and
like
stand
so like
right
the
here.
music is still playing, but then like as you guys make it to the center, it changes up to like a waltz sort of music.
Okay.
Oh,
Performance,
Do
I'm
a
assuming.
performance.
advantage.
Oh no!
It's shown on my screen.
Now let's hope Dante rolls good. Ooh, I forgot to give him.
Oh, please tell me what Dante rolled.
Sorry, I forgot to give him the stats. So there we go. Now it's a lot better. Right, so plus yours.
Advantage.
Okay. So Dante is taking the lead by a massive step. It's like you guys like start doing the waltz and like stuff, and like he realizes you're scared, and like he pulls you in a little bit closer, trying to mask your mistakes. And like when you twirl, you fumble, but he catches you, and it looks like everyone's bought that this was intentional.
I
And
went for the
then,
kiss.
like
Shush! Let them dance first.
yeah, like you continue dancing. Like it feels like it's ages for you, Scarlet, but for like everyone else, it's probably like a 2-minute dance of them, And then
I mean, she'd probably just stared at
eventually,
in his eyes the
um,
whole time.
like you see Leva and like another like the queen of Lusmere come out and they start dancing. And then I'm trying to think who else would join in. Probably like Lena and like the Queen of Stockholm would join in.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then
Please no. Please no.
Can't
the
believe I rolled a
queen.
freaking 6.
Not believe
It's
that
like
either.
Queen Nova and then like King Jasper like come over and start dancing.
For shits and giggles. There we go.
Aw. Should have been that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for anyone else who wants to join, feel free to bring your characters up.
Are we allowed to? Because we're guards.
For
Yeah, no, I'm staying on
Guards?
guard. Thank you very much.
sorry, like Farah,
I
I'm gonna
know
use your
that.
token a little bit, but like for guards, for you two, you could probably join. You could like invite one of the queens up, let's say. But yeah,
You could get away with it. I...
Picks fair up.
No.
Poor Farah being picked on. You're not
Probably
Gorm, you know that, right?
probably
I'm
these
watching-
two like would join in as well. Like they would come over and start dancing as well.
Oh, I was.
I
I
want to
wanted
dance with it. I want to dance.
Come on, can we at least say that Scarlet manages to just lose herself in the dance with him and that she feels comfortable all of a sudden?
Yeah, like now that everyone else is like joining in, you start to feel a lot more comfortable because it's now masking any of your mistakes that you're doing in panic. But now, like everyone's joined in, you start to feel a lot more calmer and you're starting to make less mistakes. And Dante now realizes this, and like he starts to relieve tension around your waist.
just watching in like in awe.
How you holding
mean,
up,
the awkward-
Scarlet?
I am so sorry.
It's okay. I managed to mask your trip up a little bit.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Look, at least you didn't stumble and make a fool of yourself. That's the major thing that's good here.
Yeah, thank you for catching me.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, I'm feeling much more at ease with it now that we're not the only ones dancing.
And he like
Holding
leans
in.
in. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh.
Shh, nobody knows.
Yearn reminded me. So, technically you're wrong.
I mean, of course he would know, but I don't celebrate.
Giant cake comes out.
It's okay. I understand if you don't want to celebrate it. I'm not gonna make a big fool of you and like say, hey, it's Scarlet's birthday. Yearn, on the other hand, you'll have to be careful of.
Yeah, I figured, but thank you. Although you didn't remember, but still thank you. It does mean a lot to me. I haven't celebrated my birthday since my 8th birthday, which was with you, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. We can get off the dance floor if you want.
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, I'm fine with dancing with you as long as you want.
Let's just keep dancing for a while. I'm kind of enjoying it.
Same. Like he's turning
Scarlet
purple a little
blushes.
bit.
Yeah, so Scarlet would blush at that. Like she's just looking into his eyes with like almost adoration.
Like if you ever catch Farah's like see Farah at all, she's like kiss, 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 like silently under it. Like she like
You're like sitting there chanting. Feyre like taps you on the back, goes, "Do you want to join them?"
Farah. Okay.
I'm not a good dancer, but who cares?
Me neither. Let's do it. Let's wreak havoc on the dance floor.
Sure.
Guards are wiggling their eyebrows. Dante.
Trying to get him to make the move, hey?
Alright, do a performance for me
Oh no.
Come on, at least
With
roll better
advantage.
than me.
with advantage. Don't forget.
Nat 1, Nat 1, Nat 1.
Oh, yay! A good roll.
Right, yeah, you're doing like an amazing job. It's just Denova on the other hand who hasn't got much experience. And like she steps on your feet a couple times. And like she's trying to take like the man lead, but then realizes you're taking the man lead, so like she switches to like the female like hand positions and then like steps on your foot again, and then like she sits there like apologizing 24/7 every time she does it.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry.
darling, no, it's
sorry.
okay.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, no, look at me. Look at me. Look at
Okay,
me. It's
okay.
okay. And then gives her a little peck.
Oh.
She blushes.
I mean, Scarlet would have looked over and noticed they came out and just smiled and looked back at Dante like, I get the look.
Yeah.
Now you two just need a kiss.
Look, that's not going to happen until he makes the move.
Look, do you wanna
Fucking like
Head off.
pointing between them.
Yeah,
get like
Probably,
a drink or
well-
something?
I'm feeling very thirsty after that.
Like, I'm gonna drag you both. Like, squeeze
ahead.
past like Feyre and Denova, which then take the center.
Oh,
Oh.
You guys are just going to take the center.
Spotlight comes on.
oh my
Watch these
I swear to God.
I'm gonna squeeze you past.
Hey, if you guys are going to tease me, I'm going to tease you.
You're gonna have the chair. Dante gives you the chair. Like the stool to sit
Assume that
on.
we can be teased now that we have to.
Well, thank you, kind gentleman. She's going to joke with him.
Hardy ha ha. Hey, Mr. Bartender, can we get a drink? Oh yes. What can I get you both?
There were two straws. I'm guessing.
You choose, Dante.
Wine.
I mean, I suppose I should try my first drink, hey?
Your first drink? Oh well, congratulations on finally making the age of drinking.
She just looks at you like, shh.
Hey, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry. And like he basically like grabs out like a bottle of wine and then goes, "Do you want me to make it fancy or not so fancy?"
I don't mind.
I'll just give you a glass of wine. And basically starts pouring out like a bit of wine and then like, okay, and then one for you as well? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, and pours him a drink. There you are, both. Enjoy. Come back if you need more.
Thank you.
And like Rangram like casually sneaks up next to him. And if you want any food, enjoy. There's plenty to eat. And like there's like a platter of food. It's help yourself. If you need anything else, I'll happily make it for you. Hang on, that's not his voice. I'll happily make it for you. No, that's definitely not his voice. I'll get to that in a minute.
That's alright. In the meantime, Scarlet will probably like hold the wine glass up towards her mouth and sort of making the mistake of sniffing it.
It smells weird.
And she's just gonna like, oh, first one, hey, let's just go. And she's just gonna casually just take a sip.
Is it good?
It's different. It's kind of like more of a bitter juice.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I'm not much for wine, but I'll drink it if the time's needed for it.
I'm just glad that Gourmet here.
Yeah, I've heard stories. He's an alcoholic, isn't he?
You could say that.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder how they're going.
Well, I'm hoping they're doing well.
They're strong. I know they will be doing well.
You've got a bit on your cheek there. Like, oh, your lip cheek, if you know what I mean. Like, he starts, like, rubbing it.
Scarlet just like blushes, like deeply blushes as he's doing this, like. Oh, thanks, Date.
No problem.
And then she's just gonna casually just bring the glass up to her face as if to cover her blush as she's taking another sip. Like really wanting to like cover. Well, you did well out there, by the way.
You too, well, for the time being of it.
Yeah. As I said, we did it together.
Well, I understand your stage fright. We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go off stage fright. That sounds great to me.
May we have everyone off of the dance floor as we are going to perform one of our songs. And like
Exciting.
everyone starts like moving off the dance floor.
I mean, Scarlett's gonna like turn around and look towards it.
I'm just gonna like move some of the tokens back over to where they were. Like the two very good friendly people towards each other now casually walk by you guys and like say, "Hey laddies."
Having some good drinks over here, are we?
Excellent drinks. Can we get 2 ales? And like Amanda, like the queen of like Stockholm, like basically is 2 for me, so 3 instead. Well, okay. And like he pulls out 2 like ales. Well, it's a special night for you all, so enjoy. And Denova jumps down, and they're gonna head up here actually.
By the way, Scarlett's just finished her drink and she's put the glass behind her.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand the fact that you're not meant to drink it fast.
Yeah. So yeah, you see like this elven girl like come down like the corridor, and like the other queen like of Lustamere like stands like next to her, and like she raises up this violin, and then a hand starts to form from like where her hand would be, and like picks up like the I forgot what they call them.
Oh.
The bow.
The bow, yeah, the bow, and like puts it up against the like the strings, and then slowly starts to play this beautiful violin melody, and then like she starts to sing, and it's a tale sort of like song, as if it's telling the tale of the gods and essentially them in the war of the demigods, and how it has a gruesome end with them leaving, but everyone here was left behind. And like, then she puts down like the wailing after like the song has finished. They both bow. Everyone like claps and stuff. But yeah, thank you. That was the Tale of the Gods. If anyone's interested, please make your way over to the lounge side over next to the piano, for I will happily perform some small other songs.
I just love how the two guards are right next to us right now.
Get closer if you like.
I mean, if you did that, Scarlet would awkwardly, like, almost fall off backwards of the chair.
Well,
I'm not kidding!
ladies, we will continue to play music. Feel free to get back onto the dance floor. But yes, that is all. Yes. And
Apparently Dante's just gonna let Scarlet fall off the chair then.
Grabs your girl, sits her back on the chair.
Sorry, personal space, please?
Mate, boys, I'll just scooch over here. I didn't even ask one of these, fellow guards if they'd like to dance. I hardly doubt it, though.
Oh. I'm sure you'll find somebody to dance. And why is there rolling going
I
on?
know, all I
Oh,
hear is
yeah,
rolling.
like, I'm allowed to roll, guys.
Not the DM. DM rolls, we all get scared.
Them rolls, only bad things come.
I mean, Scarlet's just gonna continue having a conversation with you in the meantime and be like,
Yeah,
so
like,
how long you been his left hand or right hand, whatever one you are?
I'm a hand, yes.
Like Dante just face palms.
Let's see now. It's been a while, really. DM, how long have I been a guard for this guy?
Roughly 3 years, let's say.
About 3 years now? You about that?
Oh yes, and so since he was 16.
Yeah. Little lad he was. Still is.
I've
Bobby
known him a
Dante
lot
will
longer
catch
than you.
Sorry?
I've known him a lot longer than you.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, mate, yeah. Yeah, you would. I've known him as a teenager, though.
Yeah, I'm glad I
More
missed
in
out
on
on
a-
those years.
More on, like, a client and, in basis sort of situation. Bit different.
Oh yeah, understandable, understandable.
Well, I'm gonna chime in for 2 seconds, because Leva walks up to, like, Feyre and Denova. You two enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Yes, I believe I haven't formally introduced myself. I am Dante's royal advisor.
Oh, hi.
Yes.
Can you advise him to, like, actually marry my best friend? Like, honestly, they're beautiful.
Well, I can't personally do that, but if they are ready for that sort of thing, I can definitely suggest that to them.
I think it's an arranged marriage.
Arranged marriages, we don't really do that here. It's not
Okay,
something
yeah, no,
we do.
understandable, understandable.
Look, Dante hasn't even asked her to be his girl yet. Like, come on.
The
I'm
girls are
sorry,
pushy, but they're not that pushy.
Now,
I'm having fun with you. It's just they're really adorable.
sorry, so would you like to perhaps come with me? I do need to have a discussion with you about some private matters about
yeah.
Dante staying here and stuff like that.
Sure. Can Denova come?
Yes, Denova can definitely come.
Hi.
Only if you want to. Only if you want to.
Sure, I'll come.
Okay. Alright. Let's talk.
Right, well, I will be coming in a second. Just give me 1 second. Right, okay, there we go. And, like, you just put something in his pocket. Right. And, like, he walks over to the doors.
Put something in his pocket. Highly suspicious.
Would I have seen what
Yeah.
he put into his pocket?
It would have just been, like, basically a pocket watch.
Okay. Oh no.
I have really bad feelings about this.
I don't like this. I don't
Well,
like it.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
obviously
like
it. I don't like
keeping track of time. So obviously something's about to go down.
Yeah.
But it's almost the end of our session.
Ah, shit.
No, it's not.
So yeah, he closes
no,
the door.
no.
It's 1 hour till end session. But yeah, like he walks over, like, so his mask, right? So like, cause obviously you're all wearing masks. His mask looks like this. It's a very white mask with like these faint, crackly lines and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Um,
creepy.
Oh.
But yeah, like, so Scarlet, you would know this royal advisor. He has been, like, with his family for years. And, like, he's always been friendly towards both you and Dante. Like, he would always advise very useful things towards the king in the past. And then, like, when it came to Dante, like, he's very rarely giving him advice because Dante doesn't need it. He's being trained by his father. But yeah, like, so both you and Denova, like, follow Leva. And, like, he casually, like, walks you along. And then, yeah, I'm going to drag you into the private info chat because I will have stuff with you in private
no.
information because this will be private.
No.
But yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no.
if Feyre starts getting attacked, we won't know.
Oh no.
Great. I'm actually.
Alright. So yeah, you guys continue making your way down to the meeting room area. You there, Mel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys make it your way down to the meeting room. He opens up the doors and steps in.
Oh god.
So, come sit down. Denova, you can sit down as well if you need. Sure. And like she steps around.
Me.
So, as Dante will be on the ship, he's going to be staying for 2 weeks. Now, of course, things happened on the ship, and, like, yeah, you get the pictures. Things will happen on the ship, let's say, and that time can be extended. Then essentially you could possibly have the problems. What's the word? He could possibly be delayed, and we don't know what's going on. So that's why we've basically given Luxus a way of communicating with us. So if things do happen, then... And Denova chimes in. Sorry, can I please leave?
It's okay.
I
I'll
feel
see
like
you
this is
back
more
at
of
the
a
engine
private
room.
conversation.
Well, I'll see you back wherever you are. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the party after, and then
Okay.
I'll come back.
And she kisses you on the cheek. I'll see you back at the engine room.
See you back at the engine room.
She like wanders over and
Oh, she's so cute.
heads over to the engine room, which I'm gonna have to like drag her through some walls because I can't be fucked.
Ouch.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm going to how do I put this? Have him communicate with us regularly, and like he pulls out his like pocket watch and checks the time. Perfect. Well, apart from that, I'm sorry that it has to come to this. As you feel a prick on your neck.
Ow. What the f is that?
As it's not him doing it. And as you, like, slowly fall to the ground, a masked figure appears behind you and says, "We'll take her back to the thing. We'll meet you there." And then you fade out.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Okay. All right.
So what do I do now?
Now I'm going to drag you back into the session. Remain calm.
Okay. Alright, I will. Don't worry.
All right.
What's happened?
Why were we shushing Blue?
Oh, don't worry.
So, you all...
We were just role playing while you were gone, by the way.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I forgot to remove the masks stuff. But yeah, like, you all are enjoying dancing and stuff. But yeah. It's getting somewhat late now. Probably, what's the time in game? Because I haven't updated it yet. It would have been...
Dance the King. I don't know which one though.
Year date, Scarlet's thingy-majiggy, so it would be the 10th now. And yeah, it'd be about 10 p.m. And like
Okay.
yeah, it's like people are starting to get like a little bit tired and stuff, and like a couple of the kings and queens like start reminiscing and like very drunkenly, like
By the way, we all have one thing to say. Where the hell's the Darkspire King?
the Darkspire King will finally walk in because there's two people you haven't met yet. So I'm
Okay.
gonna-
How long has it been since Farah has gone?
probably like about an hour.
Okay.
I mean, Scarlett's gonna look around and be like, "Where's Pharaoh?"
Yeah. I'm gonna go to What's your name again? Cypher?
But yeah, eventually the doors do open and a bunch of like people come
Yeah.
in.
What's your name?
Sigil or Shiv?
Sigil. Okay.
It's like a bunch of these guards like walk in, and like accompanied with like him is like this other queen, which you would know is the Queen of Fenir, which is Karen Rose. She looks like this.
Off with their heads.
Yeah, I was gonna say very much.
You
so
wanna
off
hold
with the
my
heads.
Yes,
Very
very
much-
much off with the heads because that is her personality.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
Um,
So that's like 3 possible kingdoms that don't like Scarlet now.
and then, as you all know, Ashka walks in, and like he looks around the room, examining, and then like makes his way over to like here, and like both of these like 2 front guards walk up in front of these guards as he walks in, and he's like stands in front. You hear a generalized commotion coming from there. The queen makes her way down here and like starts talking to these 2. But yeah, apart from
Hey.
that, that's everything. Like,
Would Scarlet like see all this?
yeah, everyone sees this.
Okay, she's just gonna look behind to Dante and be like, what's up with that? They haven't been here all night.
It's a good question. They were meant to be here earlier. Yeah, like looking upon like the king's like so Ashka's mask, it looks like this for reference.
okay.
So very like, what's the word? Metal-y with skulls and stuff like hanging on it. And then for the Fenir one, kind of the same deal.
Okay. I'm just gonna go to Dante. Dante, I'll be back.
Right. Well,
But
Keep the king safe.
I'm
anything
safe here with
happens-
Scarlet.
I will yell. And he kind of
Got it.
walks off.
At this point, you guys have probably had like 3 drinks as well, Scarlet.
I'm surprised you haven't got me to like take a
I was
constitution
about
or
to
anything
say,
like that.
do a constitution just to see how you're handling it. I'm gonna do one for Dante as well.
I was gonna say, are you making me do it at disadvantage or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd probably say you do it at a disadvantage because you are first time drinking.
Shouldn't have asked.
No, I'm being a fair player. Like Tom Hazel in High Rollers.
He's gonna go up to the guard at the door and just be like, "Excuse me, did you see 2 small halflings
Yeah,
walk by? Where
2
did they
small
go?"
halflings, about an hour ago, yes.
Yeah.
They were accompanied by Leva.
Yeah. Where did they go?
Down the corridor to your right.
You see what room did they go in?
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I've been mainly just keeping track of everyone.
Understood. He's gonna ask these guards whether they saw what door they went in.
Yeah, basically the same thing. We just saw them head down that way. They didn't head downstairs, we'll definitely affirm that.
Yeah. Which way is the left and which way is the right?
So right is downwards, and left is upwards.
Yeah. He's just gonna start like knocking on doors.
Yeah, so you knock on the door, no responses, you open it up, appears to be like a bathroom.
Okay. He's gonna continue doing that.
I'll keep on blue for the time being as he is doing this. So, yeah, open up that one. Appears to be like a toilet. Head to the next one. Appears to be a bedroom. That one is got to be locked, and that one as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that one there's locked. And then the next one across is locked as well.
Would I know that they were locked before?
Yeah. Like, you would know, like, the end one there is Dante's room. And then the one next to it, you'd assume is someone else's room.
I mean, surely you've seen the first mate come out of there.
Yeah, you open up that. Appears to be some sort of training room.
Could I... Oh, fuck. He's just gonna keep going down the right side.
Open
I
up
mean,
that door.
I've seen Melody's
Like-
cursor, so
You can, like, in this room, you see that there's been a slight commotion.
Okay. Would there be anything of either like Feyres or Denevers that was knocked off?
Do me an investigation.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm getting so
Hell yeah.
nerve-wracking.
Oh, hell yeah! We're getting some suspense in here.
So you look in here, and you can make out probably Feyre's mask. And it's like hidden underneath like the rug slightly. But yeah, everything else, that's all you can see.
Okay. Okay. Would I know that there's someone? You know, like the messaging system. Would I know that there's someone there?
What do you mean?
Like you said, there was a messaging system in the
Oh,
ship,
the
right?
telecom thing.
Yeah, the telecom.
The like hatch to that room has to be open, or like so that would be in the main command room, or you have the hatch in this room open, which will be broadcast directly to the command of the
Okay.
ship.
I'm just gonna start fucking bolting back.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
I think
continue
before you get too far,
investigating?
Yeah.
about like as you are running, you would hear from like the next room over, someone open the door as you like run out.
Who's he gonna see?
So I'm gonna put you over here. There we go. So you'd come up and you'll see like this like cat figure. Like and she appears around the corner and looks over at you and it's like, hello?
Hello there.
Hi. And I'm gonna show this character.
Oh, it's a tabaxi.
It's a tabaxi.
Are you supposed to be on this ship?
Yeah, sorry. You probably haven't met me because I'm actually a guest from, like, Luxus as well as Dante. Dante knows me personally. He hasn't really let any of the Royal Guard know. I've seen you around, but I haven't really interacted with you.
Insight, yes.
I'm going to roll that. Yeah, she is telling the truth.
Well, have you heard anything suspicious in the past hour or so?
In the past hour, I mean, I've been sitting in the library for most of it and reading books, and then I headed over to the map room there just to have a look at the map because I'm planning on stuff. Look, I can. Do you want to talk to Dante? Like, I can come with you. My name's Winter. He'll know me.
Sure.
Winter Moon!
Winter
She got
Moon,
it.
Sailor Moon. Let's go.
So, for reference, this is actually a reference to my old character Wintermoon.
If you wanna roleplay, now's the time to do it.
Well, so I'm just trying to think. I didn't see anyone.
You hear anything? I know you two Banksy have fucking
mean,
wonderful ears.
I heard a commotion, but I didn't take too much note of it. I just thought it was some drunk guests.
What was the voice like? Was it small, whiny?
Muscular. I did hear a female voice saying bye at one point.
Okay. God, check her name.
Wintermoon, and like she's not wearing a mask, like at the moment, but like as she like steps in, she puts on a mask, which looks like this.
Just a dog mask.
It's a black crow mask. As
I
like
just hope my girls
everyone's
are right.
weapons on the ship have been taken, but hers, you can make out like this black scimitar.
Yeah, have fun taking Scarlet's weapon. It's her magic.
Well,
Bit of anti-magic.
oh, there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
So, where is it?
It's over in the corner, near the bar.
Cool. Hi ho, Dante, how are you? Oh, Winter, hey, how you doing?
By the way, what was my constitution like? Just so I know how to talk.
What did you roll?
13.
13? Yeah, you're handling it somewhat better than Dante.
So you're just saying I gotta be a bit more tame than him.
Let's
okay.
just say you hit the level of it. Dante rolled one lower.
Dante, we need to speak alone.
Okay.
You're speaking with me as well, present, I hope?
You know, yeah, you can control him. This is Crescent Moon.
Winter Moon.
Winter Moon. Apparently you know her.
I was born on a winter day under the moon. It's a common thing for tabaxis.
That is actually very true.
Dante, this true, or do I need to kick her off the ship?
It's true. She's cool. She's like a cool friend. Like she came from like another dimension.
Dante, have some water, please.
I don't want water. You are having water, says like the bartender.
Yeah.
Oh,
How am
you're
I
gonna have
taking this
some
better
water.
than him?
gonna-
Someone tell me, please.
I'm gonna just like help him up. And kind
Doesn't
of
go out often, alright?
go towards this like back area.
Yep. All right.
But
yeah.
I've never had a drink before.
I know, but some people can handle it better first go, and others just can't.
Kind of
You
just,
gotta follow along as well, Sif?
No. Got that I was moving.
And I go to the guards. We need to have a private chat. Everybody leave.
Right away, sir. Like, they like leave their posts.
Be sure to stay close, but not too close.
I mean, like, two of them will probably stand at the door, like closing it behind.
Melody's
These
muted.
ones will be moved over here. Yeah, she's trying to keep quiet because it's very difficult for her.
Oh no!
It makes me wondering if she's either screaming in agony or laughing because it's hilarious.
Both.
Framing in
Probably.
agony.
We love you, Melody. Don't crack under pressure.
This has become a murder mystery without the murder, I hope.
Who was the guy's name that took Farah? That I got from the front door.
So that would be
Levlin.
Lever.
Labor.
Leveler.
The royal advisor of,
Levi.
like, you would know
Levi.
who it is, but like, yeah.
Yeah. I believe Farah has been taken.
Yep.
Shit, really?
Dare say that.
Farah has been taken?
The small halfling.
Did you check the engine room?
I saw the mask on the ground. The room looked like some struggle had been gone on. Like I would have thought that if Denova and Farah would have gotten freaky, they would have done it in the engine room and not.
Okay, let's
just
not
in
go
the
into that sort of detail right now. We need to figure out what's going on here.
Well, we
Oh,
should
like-
probably check the engine room at least first.
I can check the engine room. I have been in there.
Do you mind?
That'd be deeply appreciated, Winter.
Sure. And you just see her disappear. Wrong one. That one. That one. There we go. She disappears. Like, she basically casts a very familiar spell to you, Scarlet. Dimension Door.
Dimension door.
And you just, like, see her drop into this door. And then, a couple seconds later, she has Denova with her as she comes back. Is this the one you're looking for? I'm gonna drag her through all of the freaking compartments right now because frustrating.
That is the
That's-
other one, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. There's Denova,
Did-
but there's no Farah.
Denova? Where's Farah?
Oh, she was in the quarters with Leva. Like
Which
we're
quarters?
sitting in the meeting room and like they were having this conversation about Dante and how he's staying here, and as you guys are finishing this conversation, the doors open up and like Leva walks through. Hello. Oh, I was wondering where you all were.
Before he gets to us, I'm gonna whisper into Dante's ear and just be like, for safety reasons, can I arrest him?
He's
Well,
drunk. Don't ask him that.
Well,
literally drunk.
let me chat to him first.
Dante, do you want me to do the talking for you?
I think that's. Can
I'm
I
gonna
just
cast
talk to
lesser
him?
restoration on him.
Leva, and then you cast lesser restoration as he's like walking off, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, that's a headache gone from my head."
You're welcome.
Okay, Leva, they're accusing you of kidnapping, and like Leva just looks in shock. What? No, I have never done anything like that. What do you?
Is Farah safe though? Like, where is she?
Farah,
She
like,
wouldn't just leave without telling me.
Oh, she went back to her bedroom.
I'm gonna roll an investigation to see if his like clothes are like scuffed up.
Insight. I'm just gonna do insight.
No lie, actually.
Oh no!
I'm gonna do an insight. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
Oh, is that a normal hair?
There we go.
Oh,
Melody, know that Sonic loves you.
Yes.
He just
Well, that
loves
is true.
torturing
That
Farah.
is true.
I know he's a butt, but no, he
He's
loves
messaged
you.
me.
Okay, so what was it? Sorry. Hello.
Hang on,
Sir?
but Melody's just threatened.
Yeah, like for Scarlet, you feel like he's telling the truth. Like, for like Siegel. You know he's telling the truth. And yeah, for you, Rad, as well, you know he's telling the truth.
I wasn't like.
He
is
did
there-
investigation.
Oh,
The
investigation. What were you trying to
see if
investigate?
there was any like
Ah.
scuffs or
Oh,
anything
right, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
on him.
He seems to be pretty well kept. Like, no like scruff marks or anything like that.
Then
No
why would
You know,
signs
Farah?
of like stuff.
Why would Farah just leave without telling me then?
I yell out
It's
to
been-
Denova. Denova, did you hear Farah's door open and close?
Well, it's next to the engine room, and the engine room's really loud, and she told me that she'll meet me in the engine room.
Why would Farah go to her bedroom then?
Well, that's what I was told. Maybe she had
Um,
forgotten that she was going to meet Nova in her room. I mean, in the engine room.
Denova, from what I understand, she loves her very much.
Okay, I don't
Would
care.
not do
I'm gonna
that.
just go. I need to just know she's safe, and Scarlett's literally just not even caring. She's just scared shitless for Farah.
Yeah.
Well,
So there's been a situation. One of the halflings have gone missing. You were the last seen person with Farah. We are just trying to find out where.
right, so
Okay,
that
well,
definitely
she
makes
is.
me look suspicious. I am sorry. I'm telling the truth. I saw her last in the meeting room. She told me that she was going to go into the bedroom and meet Denova, and then that's the last I saw of her.
Is there anyone else on the way to her bedroom when you were leaving, or anyone in the hallway
Yes.
could have been following her?
That is... I saw no one.
By the way, I've just
Or no one?
paused, so in case I need to.
Tabaxi, did you see anybody? Because you said that you were wandering the halls.
Well, I was wondering mainly like the library and then the map room, and I heard when I was in the map room, like, basically someone saying goodbye, and it sounded like your friend here, Denova.
Anything else?
That's all. I didn't hear any scraping sounds or anything like that, if that's what you're wondering.
And was there any evidence of any form of scuffle in the room? Any weapon marks or blood in the room?
Well,
What was that?
no,
was
like, just like the mask, and that was about it. Like, you saw the tipped over chair and then the mask on the ground. That was about it.
Julia.
I have stopped Scarlet, by the way, just in case.
You
I
take
felt-
some of the guards to sweep the ship to make sure that Farah is okay. And if she is still on board the ship.
Well, look, I know we've only just met, but I assure you, I hope we can find her. I'll definitely help you if needed.
Can you do that dimension door thingy again?
It's a difficult thing. I can only
Difficult
do
as
it
in-
once, and like getting your friend back here kind of negated that. I can take a short rest to get some of it back, but that's about it.
I may be of
Can
the
I
essence.
move
We need-
closer yet?
Yeah, you can move closer.
No, because like I don't know if there's something that the DM like.
What are you doing?
Scarlet's on her way back to Farah's room.
Yeah, alright, so head to Farah's room.
Like, I just didn't want to, like, go through the corridors or anything like that in case there was something. You know?
Yeah, you get to, like, when you get to Faye's room, I can drag you through the walls if you want.
Don't forget to move the map.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'll drag you through the walls. Do-do-do-do. Rocket powered flying. There you go. Through the walls.
Okay, I'm outside the ship.
I don't know how you got outside the ship, but alright.
Whee!
You're currently on the, like, propellers getting bladed to death because the airship is flying.
Okay, so, yeah, Scarlett's literally gonna, like, walk straight up to the door. Not even knock, she's just gonna, like, straight up open the door. And, like, walk in.
Yeah, the room is empty.
Okay, investigation.
Yep.
Shit, why am I rolling the nats tonight?
I mean, roll with advantage because you're gonna be searching thoroughly. I would allow it.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Ah, just turn
There
you
you
up.
go. 13.
Alright. Alright, yeah, you like search around the room and like looking around, you cannot make out any sort of like signs of intrusion or like a mess or anything like that. It just appears to be Faye's room and how she left.
Okay. Did Feyre attune to the messenger ring by now?
I mean,
Like, it's
Yeah,
been 2
I'd
days,
say
we'll
everyone
assume.
would have attuned to it by now.
Okay, Scarlet is gonna be like, oh wait, I got a better idea, and she's gonna try and contact Feyre through the messenger ring. Feyre?
You get no
Feyre,
response.
are you there? Feyre, please respond to me. Okay, why is there a royal guard right there?
Because there's a royal guard there.
Can she speak to them?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hang on a second. Just responding to Mel. Alright, so yeah, you chat to this royal guard. Yes, how may I help you?
Have you seen a halfling, not with the pink hair, but the other one?
No, I can't say I have.
Shit. Thank you, that's literally all I need to know.
Well, I'm glad I can help.
And, like, Scarlett's just literally gonna, like, walk off. Like, her hands are gonna literally be, like, against her face, and she's just gonna be, like, in panic.
Mhm.
I don't know what to do.
Fun reference. Yerd is off on his day trip.
Huh?
Fun reference. Yern is off on his day trip.
So Yearn's not even here.
Yep.
Oh,
You did
great.
say he was gonna be off doing stuff.
Yearn's not here, Feyre's not here, Gorm's not here, Zarthu's not here. Nobody's here! This is
So-
literally just petrifying Scarlet at
For
this point.
reference, you would know like how the ring works. So, because you haven't received any response back, you can A, assume she is either unconscious, B, she hasn't got the ring on at the moment because you have to be wearing it to receive like these telepathic like messages. Like you can attune to it, but like attuning to it and not wearing it won't mean you get the effects. You need to be wearing it to gain the effects as well.
I really hate you right now.
I'm sorry, but this is what happens. But yeah, you head back to the group. Let's go back to the group while you're off doing that.
I mean, Scarlett's gonna literally tear up, by the way, so.
Hmm.
Girl Scarlet
Pretty
is
much.
left. We need to find out where. So
I
Is
think by like this conversation, Lux would probably jump in, realizing something's happened.
Well, he would have seen Scarlett just storm through the hall.
Yeah. Is everything okay? I saw Scarlet just barge out as if something has definitely happened. Dante, did you do anything wrong? No, not my fault. It's, Feyre.
Little
Feyre?
half-
Did she do
the
something wrong?
halfling has gone missing.
Oh,
Gonna
okay.
move
The
over
halfling has
so
gone.
to let him in.
It's like he steps through. So Feyre's gone missing.
He has indeed.
Unsure of to where she has gone or what has happened. There has not much evidence as to what has happened.
Right. Well.
What I could see in the room, there was some type of struggle and her mask.
Right.
Other than
Did
that,
Feyre leave before or after Darkspire people came in?
Before.
Before.
Way
Okay, that's what I'm
before.
gonna do next.
Okay. And yeah, so like, I probably will have to finish up here.
Who's this talking?
Luxus. So we'll.
You are not going anywhere.
No. Me. Luxus is the captain. I can probably get everyone to leave, or we can let everyone know what's going on. What would your suggestion be? Probably get everyone to know the situation, and we'll question everyone. Zone and truth of all and all.
No one leaves the ship without our command.
that also, while we are interrogating the guests and anyone else that's on the ship, we can have the guards sweep the ship to see if there is anyone that is still, if there is, if Feyre is anywhere on the ship still.
Yeah, question for you, Sonic. Was there any guards posted like outside the ship? Because like there would have been a ramp to get onto the ship.
So, like, to begin with, the ship would have been, like, landed, but then you guys would eventually take off and start flying. So the ship would be still in motion, yes. Like, you'd stop off at, like, when you arrive, like, at, where is it? Map. You would stop off at, like, Goldspire first.
Genova,
then,
can you make the ship hover in any way so that we can get it to stop?
Well, I'm finishing up installing my, like, thing, like the engine. I can make it go faster and stuff, but, like, so we can get to our destination faster, but making it hover, well, that's a normal thing. Like, we can easily do that. We just don't need to put any more fuel in.
I'm guessing it's already been filled enough to get to the destination.
Yeah.
Can we take the fuel out?
Like, we can stop the engine, but, like, it just means we'll slowly descend, because, like, the propellers for the ship won't be on.
You automatically land this thing and make it stop?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Just interrogate them on the way to our location.
Yeah, I can do
Have
that.
the time.
I will let the guards know.
My
Dante,
king,
keep an
your girlfriend has gone through the hallways on her own. Maybe it would be best to keep,
Girlfriend.
maybe it would be best to follow her. So as if there is a kidnapper on the loose, no harm could come to her if we find her.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Okay. We got cutting back to Scarlet now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this guy.
Okay, Scarlet's gonna like straight up like look very formal as she walks up to these guys. She's gonna like wipe away her tears, pretend she's not crying, and just walk up to the group of royals, which includes a Darkspirekin.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna greet them, like, without interrupting, like, their conversation. She'll wait for, like, them to notice, and then she'll be like, "Hello, your majesties."
Hello. Like, the Darkspire one says first, as she, like, you walk up. Like, the, King Benedict, so the one of Rose Throne, looks over at you. So you're the famous Scarlet. We've heard many things about you. We were just discussing some of that stuff, actually.
Hopefully good stuff, I hope.
Yes. Well, we have, been discussing the stuff with your brother, Nico. As well as a bit of stuff with Hades, and as you can see, Ashka has involved himself into the conversation, as it is, they do worship him in his city. Yes, that is definitely a matter we can discuss another time, though. As he, like, basically nods to you, Scarlet. I will discuss this another time. Like, he walks around you, Scarlet.
Actually, wait. I wanted to actually speak to you for a moment, please.
What is it?
I was just curious. My friend, she's a halfling. I know
Yes,
she
the
left
halfling.
Yes. I know she left before you guys entered here, and I was just curious if you happened to see her or anything at all. We can't seem to find her at the moment.
You can't find your friend. How disappointing.
Scarlett's like tried her best to act as formal as possible.
I have not seen your halfling friend. Have you checked the whole ship? Have you tried communicating with them? Or are you being sloppy?
I have already tried to get in communication with her, and it was cut off.
Right. Well, I guess I can't help you then.
I guess that would be so then, sire. Sire. I was meant to say, kin, whatever his name is.
I guess it's getting late, so I will take the time to leave and make myself acquainted with some of the foods. As he heads over towards the bar, dismissing himself from the conversation. And as he's like, makes his way from the group, these like royal guards just immediately lock up to him.
I mean, Scarlet would just mutter under her breath, being like, that was the hardest conversation ever.
Just gonna put him over at the table.
And yep, Scarlet's gonna once again leave the hole.
Yep.
Damn it, Scarlet. She doesn't care at this point. All her
Alright.
friends are not here. And she's gonna go downstairs this time.
Okay.
Because she's gonna go check the entrances Like, you know how there's entrances into the ship? She's going to see if anybody has possibly come on and off or anything. I don't know. Something.
Yep. So yeah, essentially you walk your way down. And
Why is Melody's like token everywhere at the moment? Her cursor. Melody's cursor has been all over the ship at the moment, and it's annoying me.
gonna drag you through.
That's okay.
Alright.
Yeet.
For everyone else's reference, so Luxus would probably eventually drag everyone out into like the dance hall area. So I'm just gonna grab everyone's tokens, so don't bother moving you on. And I'll plonk you all in the center. Luxus I accidentally grabbed, so that's awkward. Luxus decided to phase through the door and leave the whole court because he's too devastated to deal with this. So yeah, Luxus would like basically step into the center and like he brings down like this loud megaphone sort of thing. Whose mic is that?
That is your wife's mic.
God damn it, Bobby.
I love you.
I love you too. Alright. But yeah, like, so essentially he stands in front of, like, everyone with this microphone. So, I am sure some of you might know that, someone has gone missing, and you hear a couple gasps in, like, the crowd from a couple of the queens and stuff, and, like, Rangram and the bartender, like, Eladrin, like, would probably, like, sit there, like, gasping as well. Essentially, Feyre, our halfling companion, has gone missing, presumed kidnapped. Now, I trust you all well enough that it most likely wasn't any of you, but as a precaution, we are performing a zone of truth. We'll get everyone to come to the center, and we'll be asking you questions related to her whereabouts. If you try to resist, we will know. So, please, and I beg of you, just tell the truth if you do know her location. And, like, you can see him, like, starting to shudder at this. We just want to find Feyre, as she is a member of our family now. So, we do not want anyone withholding information to her whereabouts. Thank you all. I will be getting our cleric, our infirmist, to cast the Zone of Truth, and anyone else who has the Zone of Truth spell can also join in. However, preferably the trusted. And that is all. So, the king of, like, Rosethrone would walk over immediately as this conversation is going, and, like, he steps up and goes, I can get my royal guard to perform the Zone of Truth spell, as it will help if needed. And, like, one of his, like, royal guard, like, follows behind. That would be a pleasure. Okay. So yeah, after, like, so for Scarlet's sake, so it's like, Scarlet, you're still wandering around as they're doing this, trying to find, like, Feyre. So this is happening as, like, you've left. So essentially, they get, like, a bunch of these royal guards to, like, mainly the, like, Rosethrone's guards, like, the, cleric, like, the nurse would probably come out and help as well, as he trusts, like, her more. But he gets everyone to sit down and asks, where were you, like, during these time periods? Have you seen Feyre and stuff like that? Did you kidnap Feyre? Like, he gets down to that point. Everyone says no. Like, they have not seen her. They have not made contact with her. Like, it comes to Leva, though. And he goes, I have not seen her after the encounter I had with her in the map room. That was all that I saw of her. And, like, Winter, like, chimes in going, so where did you last see her then? As I said, the map room, heading to her room. And you know that Denova said, like, to her to meet her in the engine room. Don't you think that's a little bit weird? Well, that's what she told me. And, like, she sighs in frustration. Right, well, okay, fine. You're dismissed, and, like, he, like, heads out off. That's everyone. And, like, she's now turns to everyone, like, in the guard group. It's, like, essentially this group here in the main hall. Like, Denova's, like, sitting here still in the conversation. Like, she wants to be here. Well, I'm dumbfounded by this. No one knows where she is. And we've all cast Zone of the Truth. They've all willingly failed to it.
Or they're just a really good liar.
No, you would know if they're like, deceiving. We've asked specific questions related to that. And honestly, we can tell if they're lying in a way, like, well, swaying the truth. Because we'd tell, like, we specifically did you kidnap Feyre? And he said no. He's our most high suspect, and he said no. Like, Dante chimes in. Well, I don't know, like, I saw her, like, with, like, them, and then they left. We were getting drinks, me and Scarlet, and then that was the last I saw of her. And then he casually comes back in, like, later on.
Cat lady, do you have detect magic? Does anyone have detect magic in here?
Like, one of the royal guards, like, steps forward. I do. I can cast detect magic if you need it.
Let's go to the room. Use detect magic there.
Oops, they're
Might
supposed
be
to
able
have
to
detect
tell us
magic.
if they use the teleportation magic.
Actually, no. I know one of them does have detect magic. I just don't know which one. Is it Luxus? Nope, Luxus doesn't have it. I think it was supposed to be on the Royal Guard. I know one of them is supposed to have it, but yeah, we'll just say he does have it because I know he's meant to.
Yeah.
Because
that can tell us whether they, used, sleeping spell and, teleported it away like the magic cat lady.
For reference, I'm not going to drag you all over there. Okay, so you guys get to the room. He casts detect magic. You can see his eyes, like, glow up and everything. And he's, like, scanning around the room. He looks over at the table for a second and, like, he goes, is this magical, this lamp here? Sorry, it's side-attracted. No, there's nothing of magical essence here, sir.
I'm gonna insight that.
He's telling the truth, like, basically, you see, like, Benedict, like, look over at him, and he goes, are you telling the truth? And, like, he just nods. He is telling the truth. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry, but your friend is fully missing. We can't help.
At this point, where's Scarlet?
Okay, well, Scarlet, where are you? I don't even know where you are. You're down in the bottom section, so where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Huh? There you are. Okay. So, cut to Scarlet, who is currently searching the bottom deck. You can, like, make out, like, one of the, like, crew mates who's just casually, like, loading, like, a cannon.
Yeah, she's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to leave it there. For Cypher's sake.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, that's all good. No.
Tim, can you just stop doing this, please?
But I gotta have fun somehow.
Anyway, Scythe needs to go to bed, so.
Yeah.
E.
Right.
Sorry, Cypher.
So when everyone
Okay,
leaves, like,
just trying.
lobby, I'm gonna get...
I did tell you guys an all-nighter was a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
drag
usually
you
can't
into a
do an
private
all-night.
cafe
Yeah.
or a private call, and I'm gonna show you something, because this is where you would wake up.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Oh,
have,
fuck.
This
have
is where
fun-
she'll wake up? This
have
is where
fun
she'll wake
finding
up?
the person that you're gonna name Peanut Jelly.
Okay. Peanut jelly. Alright, great. Okay.
In the bottom, Jeff.
Hashtag Scarlet's
Wait a minute.
worst birthday ever.
Shit.
Yeah, hashtag
He
best
hasn't been
birthday
named
ever.
yet.
Your best friend has been kidnapped, and they're high-class magicians, so, you know.
Alright, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah,
Phoenix, can
do we
you
have
give
to
him
wait till
10
next Monday?
spankings?
I mean, we
Yes.
can have a quick session, like, on, I don't know, what's today? We can have one on Friday, or whenever you really need it.
Friday? Please,
doesn't
Friday?
work.
Oh.
Friday, I'm super busy.
Wednesday?
Okay, when does the days work for people?
Any except for Friday.
Thursday.
I can't do Thursday.
Saturday.
I can't do Saturday.
Can't do Saturday.
Sunday.
It's the day before Monday.
Yeah, it's the
Have
day
to
before
get
Monday.
Sonic
We
to
can't do
speed
that
run.
way. I'm gonna be very, like, screwed if that's the case, because, like, I'll need to create a truck ton of maps for that.
And I
Um,
can't do tomorrow, Wednesday, because I'm working.
Oh, I guess we can
So I
only
guess we're
wait
doing it
till
on
next
Monday.
week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Looks like we're waiting until next week, guys. So,
I'm rage quitting.
No, don't rage quit.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.